Yes, apologies. I had all sorts of microphone problems. My mic was showing that it wasn't working, so hopefully it is. I can see the lights flashing. You can see the lights flashing. I couldn't get that to happen to work before. Listen, let's start as we mean to go on. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Let's have a look at the team, shall we? Interesting is the word I would use. The Tottenham team today is Vicario in goal. Looks like we're going with Gray and Romero at centre back and Davis at left back, Spence at right back. Of course, that could be Gray at right back, Davis at centre back, Spence at left back. We'll wait and see. The midfield three of Basuma, Sarr, and Madison, with Tell, Solanke, and Johnson up front. The bench is Kinski, Van der Ven, Porro, Adogi, Bentancur, Bergval, Kulusevski's back to the bench, Mikey Moore, and Richarlison. What do you all make of it? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what to make of it, to be honest. I understand we've got a big game Thursday night, but that is 5 days away. I'm really not sure what to make of this selection. I'm just going to see if the Wolves team is out. Wolves, let's try and piece this together. Wolves have gone with Sarr in goal. At the back, it'll probably be a back five. Will be Doherty, Agbadu, Aït-Nouri, Semedo and Totti. And then they're going to have Gomez and Andre in midfield with Bellegarde, Larson and Manetzi. Marshall Manetzi. I don't know. I mean, I'm at the stage where I don't even know if I care. It's like, I just don't know. Look, yeah, Cunha is on the bench for them, I think. Let's have a look. Let's double check that. I didn't think. I mean, yeah, they've left Sarabia, Chan, Gomez, Cunha on the bench. I genuinely don't know anymore. I genuinely don't know. But listen, Tottenham have got no excuses. We've got the injuries aren't there anymore. Everyone's back. Everyone is back other than Radu, Dragusin and Danso. I genuinely don't know what to predict. I genuinely don't know how bothered they're going to be. I genuinely don't know anymore. I've tried predicting Spurs results. You never know what you're going to get, but that is the lineup. Archie Gray is playing today, but he's going to go into defence as always, rather than, again, another chance where he could have given Gray a game in central midfield, and he has not. I can't call it. Maybe you lot are better than me. Listen, start as you mean to go on, people. Let's smash that like button. There's 200 in here and growing. Only 50 likes. Apologies, my hay fever is absolutely killing me at the moment. My eyes, I don't know if you can see, my eyes are a little bit bloodshot and I feel tired, and I know it sounds ridiculous. Too much sneezing makes me tired. So please bear with me. Yeah, I hate hay fever. Honestly, I'd rather have the flu than hay fever. I know that sounds mental. So let's see what happens today. Matt Doherty playing against Spurs. He's been playing well whenever I've watched Wolves lately. But I don't even know. I mean, have Wolves got anything to play for anymore? I mean, they're pretty much through, aren't they? But they're pretty much safe from relegation. So I really don't know anymore. I don't know anymore if this is a game that either team are really going to take seriously. I mean, listen, let's be fair. When you look at the Spurs team, though, there's still a lot of international footballers at Vicario, Romero, Davis, Basuma, Sarr, Madison, Solanke, Johnson, Tell for the under-21s, Gray for the under-21s. It's still a team packed full of internationals that I'm not just going to give them the excuse if they play badly that, oh, well, we're worrying about Thursday, because I heard that about last Thursday and we didn't manage to beat Frankfurt at home. So let me just quickly, I'm going to put on a bet. Should we put on a bet? You can all put it on with me. Let's just transfer some money into there. Amount, continue, confirm transfer. Yep, back to home. Yep, let's have a look. Okay. What are we going to do today? Has anyone else got an acca on? Has anyone else got an acca on. Let's just quickly deposit. Yeah, okay. Deposit. Right, I'm not putting the Spurs game in my acca, by the way, for anyone that thinks I'm going to put Tottenham or Wolves in there. I'm just going to quickly, I should have done this earlier, actually. Sorry, my bad. I'm sure you all don't mind. Let's have a look, shall we? What's going on across the world in football today? I'll do this live so you can see today's football in the next 12 hours. Right, Chelsea will beat Ipswich at home. Do I want Hibernian to beat Dundee? Real Betis. I'm going to go with Real Betis. I'm going to go with Fiorentina. Let's get one more in there. And then let's get one more in the German league. And then Stuttgart. There we go. 5 teams to pay back 500 quid or £40. Chelsea, Hibernian, Betis, Fiorentina and Stuttgart. Right, Chelsea, Hibernian, Real Betis, Fiorentina, Stuttgart. Let me just make sure I have those games saved. Bear with me 1 second. I like doing a little whacker. So Chelsea, who did I have? Stuttgart. Let's put that in. In Italy, did I have Fiorentina? I did have Fiorentina. Chelsea, Stuttgart, Fiorentina, Betis and Hibernian. All right. Scotland, Hibernian. Let's just see. I've done all of that without actually doing any form of checking. So Hibernian, yeah, there we go. So there is today's acca. There's other games going on as well, isn't there, in the Premier League? Today, you have got Chelsea v Ipswich. I don't know if that's the game on TV. I'm guessing it's not. I'm guessing Liverpool is the game that's going to be on TV. Yeah, Liverpool, West Ham, Chelsea, Ipswich, and then Newcastle v Man United a bit later. It all feels a little bit anticlimactic, doesn't it? It all feels a little bit anticlimactic now because everyone's put all their eggs in that Europa League basket. And every time now we play badly in the league, that's the excuse for everyone. Not that we played badly all year. The excuse is, yeah, but we're worried about the Europa League. So let's have a look. Let's see some of your comments. Henry Fong TV has said, screams a Wolves 1-0, 83rd minute goal. I'll tell you what else it screams. It screams that a lot of you aren't smashing the like button. We have got 1 in 4 to likes. Also, so far, 120 votes. Wolves to win, 55%. The draw at 20%. And the Spurs win at 25%. I genuinely don't know what I'm going to do. I genuinely do not know if I think... I'll have a little think for the next hour. Kickoff is in 1 hour and 1 minute. But let's get your score predictions in early so we can go through those. Let's have a look. Jason has said he wants the sack. Cunha benched for bad behaviour. Good morning. No, it's not. It's not good morning. It's good afternoon, Dan.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. You seen the team?
No, I've been trying to bring it up on Sky Sports, but they haven't actually put the team through. I don't know. Go on.
So it's Vicario in goal. Okay. A back four. I don't know who's going to play where, but a back four of Gray, Romero, Davis, and Spence.
So that's going to be Davis on the left, Spence on the right, and that'll be Gray and Romero in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I mean, I suppose he could go Gray left or Spence. Anyway, Basuma, Sarr, and Madison in midfield. And then Tell, Johnson, and Solanke. Listen, still a lot of internationals out there, Dan. Are we going to have one of these games where we play badly and then the fan base use the excuse of, yeah, but it's all about Thursday. I don't care about today?
From what you've said there, if I'm going to be honest, I don't think that's the worst team he's put out there. I mean, don't get me wrong, could have a couple of better players on there. But when is our next European game? Is that next Thursday?
Thursday night.
Right. If he's resting a couple of players for that European game, then fair play. I think he's doing the right thing because that's what it looks like. Definitely where he hasn't got Porro or Adogi on. We know they're his two lovers and he
Yeah,
prefers them over Spence for some strange reason. But he hasn't got them two on. He's leaving Mickey van der Ven out, which I think is a smart move. I think what would be a good move for him
definitely.
today is maybe bring him on with 20 minutes to go or something like that. Like just give him
Yeah.
a little run around. And the rest, do you know what? I can't argue with that today. I think that's quite a good pick. If I'm going to be totally honest, if we was out to win the game, then obviously there could be different things we put on there. But we know, I mean, for me, the league's done and dusted anyway. And yeah, so one sec.
So we'll never know. We'll never know what Dan was going to say. For him, the league is done and dusted, and then he got handed a cup of tea or coffee.
Coffee. It just
Coffee.
cost me a tenner. My wife refused to make me a coffee. I've already made you one, so I just said, "Well, tell you what, I'll give you a tenner so you can get what you want." That's
Love
just
it.
the laugh me. That's just the laugh me and my wife had. Yeah. So, I mean, for me, it's Europa or nothing. We're either going to finish 12th or we're either going to finish 17th. To me, it's pretty much irrelevant. And I know other people are still saying play for pride. My attitude is what pride? We have no pride at Tottenham at the moment.
Yeah.
So,
The pride went out the window in August.
Exactly. Well, I think it went up. The pride's done and dusted for me. The
Yeah.
league is done. It's over. It's finished. We ain't going down. We ain't getting in Europe with it. It's done. Whether we finish 12th or 15th, to me, is totally irrelevant now. It ain't going to save his job. It ain't going to make any of us feel better that we finished 12th instead of 15th. It's done. It's dusted. Focus on this Europa. Now, like I said before, if he had a 20-day difference, I'd say go for the game. I think he's made the right move today. I think that's a good pick, personally.
Do you know what, Dan? I think the thing for me is, you know, when we always have these conversations about, oh, look at that defense, look at that midfield, look at that forward line.
Mm.
I don't think I have ever looked at any of it and gone, that is brilliant. Because it doesn't seem to matter. You know, when the players were injured, it was the injuries. Now the players are back. Nothing's changed. For me, I don't really think it matters. I think you're right. Van der Ven not playing, absolutely the right move. I'm surprised that Richarlison, unless he's not fit enough, isn't getting a run out. But I expect to see him in the second half.
Gray could have been in the middle. That's the bit I missed. Gray could have been in the middle. This could have been his game to play in the middle.
I said that just before you joined, Dan. It still makes me laugh that even in this game, we still can't see Archie Gray play central midfield. But interesting. Madison's playing quite a lot of games in a row, which is very unusual for Postecoglou. Also, when you look at that, are we to believe then that Jed Spence is again going to be the guy that misses out on Thursday night? Is it going to be Porro and Adogi again?
It looks that way. Whether it goes that way or not, but to me, it looks like he's playing Spence and he's going to put Porro and Adogi on. And for me, okay, it's only been, about 3 months. And we all know how a player can come on, have a good couple of months, and then just totally evaporate.
Yeah.
But for the past 3 months, he has been our most steady player. When he's played on the left, played on the right, when he's had to stay back literally as a right back, and also when he's played as a wing back, and also when we see him step in defence. I don't think he was special, but I think he done more than his job, like Archie Gray has done in defence. I don't think he's been good, but I think he's done respectable because it isn't his position.
I agree.
It's either Adogi or Porro. You got to play Porro or Spence or Adogi and Spence. And if he goes and plays Adogi and Porro, I don't understand why he would leave Spence out. But it looks that way.
If he does leave Spence out on Thursday night, that really would be baffling that the 3 biggest games in the last 10 have been Man City at home, Frankfurt twice, and he wouldn't have played any of them. That's really baffling. And I think the worrying thing is that because we had the injuries is the only reason Spence got his chance. He comes in, does well. Listen, you know me, Dan, I'm not going to go overboard. He came in, did well, did very well. And now suddenly the big games roll about and he's not playing. But so be it, right? Look, we've just been having this massive row in our WhatsApp group, as you know, about the stupidity to not play Spence against Frankfurt when everyone knows Ekatike likes to float to the left. To not then play him at right back on Thursday would baffle me, truly baffle me, Dan.
If I'm going to be honest, I'm just trying to think of the best word. It would be criminal, I think, is the best word to use for him. Because I must admit, out of that whole game, nothing really impressed me on either team too much. I think Spurs were slightly the better side. I think we had chances that we totally screwed, but then so did they. I think it could have gone 3-1 either way. It could have been a 3-all game. It was a weird one. But the one who did impress me on that pitch was that Ekete, whatever his name is. I can't pronounce it.
Yeah, Ekatike.
Yeah.
I think
he was the one who actually impressed me out of anyone on the pitch. I think he was the one who stood out that bit more than anybody else. And personally, I don't think it'd be a bad idea for us to have a look at him. And
it's definitely the sort of player I'd want to look at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk, though, that the likes of PSG want him. And you know what Spurs are like the moment someone like PSG gets involved. But listen, you're right. I thought what he showed was the difference between him and a Solanke. When the ball went into Ekatike, he held it up. I thought he held it up. Dan, I think he looks really unorthodox. He's tall, he's gangly, but he gets the ball under control. He brings it down. He brings others into the game. And that wasn't a bad finish either, was it?
No. To me, he looks like a player we should be serious about because he's going to cost 50, 60 million. I don't think Frankfurt have got the privilege of saying, right, 70, 80 million or you're not getting him because they haven't got the money to do that. But they will push for a 50, 60, 65 maybe, I would think. And also, I think we'd be more than capable of paying his wages if we pay 80, 90, 125 sort of thing.
Do you think they will go and get another striker, though, Dan, knowing that Solanke, obviously Solanke's just cost a lot of money. I think it would need maybe Richie to go. And then do they bring him in, someone like that as a number one striker? You know, I know we would, but would they? Would they do that? Have they got that in them?
To me, he looks like a player who you can also play as a Son. Play him as an inside forward as well. Not a winger, but play him as an inside forward as well. I think with him, he looked like there's a bit of, I don't know the right phrase to use. He's not just stuck in one position.
No.
He can actually play, say, a left or a forward sort of thing, whereas other players can only do what they can do. He looked quite, I can't think of the phrase to use, but I think he would definitely be a good idea to go for. Yeah, if PSG and that go for him, it's done and dusted, it's over. We can't compete with them and whatever. I just don't think it would be a bad idea having a look at this player. I think he would suit us. And with what you said, Richarlison's got to go anyway. I mean, seriously, how much has he actually played? How much can play? If we even get a 10 million offer for him, I think we'd be bloody lucky.
Yeah,
but even if we get a 10 million offer, take it, baked potato.
I think Richarlison's got either Turkey or Saudi written all over him. He's got,
I agree, Saudi
written all over him. Yeah,
and they would love the Brazilian number. They would love the Brazilian striker there as such.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't it just show you how much football's come down?
Jimmy, I'm going to be honest. I've seen Valise play this year a few times for Espanyol. He struggles to get in their team. I watched him when he was with us. Again, I just think this was another real opportunistic signing without a lot of thought gone into it. I just haven't seen anything, mate, to think that Valise is good enough at all in any way, shape or form. I don't think Scarlett's good enough. I don't think Langshire's going to be good enough. I don't think Valise is good enough. I don't think Richarlison's good enough. I don't think Solanke's good enough, depending on what level Spurs want to be. Hey, that's just me. Dan, what do you make about Son? He's not in the squad at all. Are we going with purely resting or injury or anything more to it?
I could see it be resting him basically because he's the captain. I mean, for me, out of every player in that team, for me, Son has been the biggest letdown. And that is purely, I'm not saying he's been the worst player on the team, but for me, he's been the biggest letdown.
Yeah,
He's our
I hear.
captain. He's our main man. He's meant to get up there and get things going. Maybe it's the tactics, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. We can all make the reasons, excuses, whatever. But for me, I think he has been the biggest letdown in that team of the season. Because
Yeah,
when someone, it's like when people go on about Romero and he gets judged too hard. There's a reason he gets judged the way he is. Because people say he's a world class player. When you're considered that good, you have to be judged that good. You can't get away with having a mediocre game like an average sort of player can. Again, just my opinion. Whereas Romero goes out and play or Son, you got to judge them on their standard. Whereas Davis comes in, you judge him on that standard basically.
hmm
That's how I think Son has been our biggest letdown.
mate. You've known me long enough to know, Dan. If everyone wants to put whoever the player is, insert player. If anyone wants to put a player on a pedestal, I will judge them by the pedestal they put them on. That is why when I judge
100%.
Kane, when I judge Son, I judge them by everyone calling them world class. Everyone's saying they could play for any team in the world. Cool. I'm judging you on that. When I'm
Mhm.
judging Ben Davis, I judge Ben Davis on you're a squad player, right? I
Yeah,
don't expect. That's why I'm not shocked by Solanke's lack of goals, for example. You know, I wasn't expecting a lot from him. But look, no Son anywhere in the squad today, so it does look like I'm guessing Romero will take the captain's armband today. If we look at Wolves, Dan, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because Wolves are so far clear now of the relegation, which is testament to the brilliant job that Vitor Pereira's done since he came in. He's done an absolute brilliant job. And if we actually look, Wolves are 32, but they're 12 points away from Ipswich with us with a 18 goal difference better than them as well. So they're basically 13 points above relegation. They've won 4 of the last 6, drawing one and losing the other one. But are they going to really be into it today? I mean, is Pereira going to have them still saying, listen, relegation's not gone yet? Or are we going to see a real game from both teams?
I don't know, to tell you the truth. I'm actually finding it quite hard to assess the game as such and the players
Agreed. Agreed.
because I know we've all got different opinions on it. Some are saying play for pride through and through. Some are saying play for this through and through. But let's be realistic here, yeah? How many players are really going to go out and give 110% to finish 13th or to finish 15th or 12th? I don't know. I know there's players that would. I know there's a lot of players that wouldn't. I've seen it year in, year out that when your average team that usually finishes 16th, 15th, or has just saved themselves from relegation, they usually come down a level or two. Right,
Yep.
job's job's done. We ain't going down. That's all they're bothered about. Whereas with us, it was more we should be pressing to the last game of the season because we should be pressing for a top 4 or a top 6, but it ain't going to happen.
Oh,
It, but Wolves always seem to turn up for us, always.
yeah.
And I'm not saying we can't beat them, but they always seem to turn up on a Spurs game. Like West Ham do, I'd say 80% of the time. They always seem to up their level for a Spurs game. And I think Wolves are one of them teams as well. It it could just quite be easy. It could go easy way. I mean, because I think there's going to be Spurs players on there who you're not going to see 100% out of because they don't want to damage themselves in the next game. I think that's going to be in a couple of Spurs players' mentality, whereas Wolves have got absolutely nothing to lose. So they could go all out just for the sheer fun of it, or they could have the attitude of, right, we ain't going down, we go down the pub after.
Yeah,
Whereas,
yeah.
say, we're playing and Romero gives it his all, just a random example, and goes and busts his leg, he's out for the Europa, which we've still got to play for. So, for me, I think this is actually quite a hard game to call.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I agree. I find it difficult, right? Because we've been so bad in the league, like so bad, that I'm finding it really hard to find where's my, even as someone doing a watch along as a YouTuber, like where's my inspiration for the game? Where's my oomph to keep my crowd entertained? You know what I mean? Like the viewers entertained. It just very much feels like he'll get away with however we play today, Dan, because people would say, oh, it don't matter. It doesn't. But the thing is, to Daniel Levy, it will, because it is free. Is it 3.3 million, 3.2 million every place in the Premier League you finish? I think it's
Something like that.
it's like
3.5, I think it is, something like that. It's around them lines.
like, you look at it and you say, if you're, let's use an example today. If you are Tell, if you are Basuma and Sarr and Gray, there's two ways of looking at this. One, you're not playing on Thursday, right? They know, don't they? Let's be brutally honest. They know they're not playing. So there's two ways of looking at it. Do they come in and go, I'm going to show you? Or do they come in and you've got that kind of 6, 7 out of 10 performance where it's, yeah, I'll play because I'm a professional, but what's the point of me busting a gut? We all know who you're picking on Thursday night.
Again, I think you're going to see the Spurs team a bit more, I won't say scared, but I think the players are going to be a bit more wary, I think is the right phrase to use, because we have got that game. I mean, for me, it all comes down to opinion, and some people just need to understand that others have got a different opinion. I get the point on playing for pride, playing for this, playing for that, but to me, 15th and 12th mean absolutely nothing. Okay,
Sure.
maybe it does. But let's try and be realistic here, yeah?
Son
okay,
is the mole.
you give it all for every game and everything else, but how many players actually do that these days? On my opinion, if I was a player, again, different mentality to other people, it's all to their own. We're all allowed our own opinion.
Yeah.
I would be more thinking on the Europa game, because for me, the league is done and dusted. I get the playing for the pride, but I think we're going to see a few Spurs players that if there's a certain tackle to make, that they won't go in for it. Whereas if we were fighting for 4th or 6th place, we would go in for it.
Yeah.
I think there's going to
you.
be a few of our players that hold back to it and giving it a 7 out of 10 instead of an 8 or a 9 out of 10, because they're going to be that bothered about the game on Thursday.
But at the same time, Dan, right? At the same time, I hear you. I don't necessarily disagree with you, but for devil's advocate, at the same time, if we keep losing games like this, there's a very big possibility that we could end this league in 17th, which means only the bottom 3 are worse. By the way, Dan, I'm sure you already know this. I'm not teaching you to suck eggs here, but if we... So I thought Rangers were going to score. Rangers were 2-0 down, went down to 10 men in the first half, but they pulled one back. If we lose today, we are level on defeats with Wolves, right? Who had to sack their manager to stop relegation. That's how bad it could be.
Yeah.
That's how bad it could be. If we lose today, this would be our 17th defeat in 32 games. That's unheard of at Tottenham, isn't it? Absolutely unheard of.
That is atrocious. That's terrible. And that is why this manager has got to go, even if he wins the Europa, even though I think he sort of earns himself another 6 months, whatever. But for me, ideally, the way I would want this to go now is, again, league, for me, it's done. But ideally, you'd rather finish 12th than 17th. I get it. But for me, my ideal season now would be we win that Europa and Ange gets sacked at the end. That would be my perfect thing. But if you got another 6 months, you could sort of
all over
get
it.
why as well.
I think over that. Win Europa, sack. There's lots, because there is. I'll tell you what. Let's move on. Let's move on to that, Dan, because listen. We live in a world now where there's loads of reports about everything, right? We live in a world where in a WhatsApp group, 1 minute we're getting this report that says for dinner tonight it's sausage and mash, and then the report 2 minutes later says no, in actual fact dinner tonight is fish and chips, right? That's the world we live in. And Tell is the best example of that. The other day, There were 2 or 3 reports that Spurs sending him back, they're not going to do it. Then the next minute, I think it was like Matt Law or Ornstein or someone said Spurs fully plan to buy him. But there are reports on that subject that he could win the Europa League and still go. And for me, I get it. You're going to have that debate, right? Of, hey, this is going to be a manager that's won us a European trophy. How can he go? But I just don't think Daniel Levy would like all of the nonsense that's going on with the arguing with the fans, all of the arguing with interviewers. I think some of the sound bites that are coming out are very much aimed at Levy, and he won't like the league position. So if he wins the Europa League and is sacked, is it justified to sack a manager that wins a European competition?
In the realistic side of the world, yes. Because for me, again, I get told I have a bad attitude for this, but for me, the world is dog eat dog. Like it or lump it. It's dog eat dog world. You can say it's friendly. You can say it should be like this. It could. For me, it's a dog eat dog world out there, and he ain't done his job. So realistically, sack him at the end of the season, even if he wins the bloody cup.
Yeah.
But I think some people will see it different. In morally, I think, is that the right phrase? That he gets another 6 months.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. You know, like was it Dimitero who won it with?
Yeah.
And then they kept him.
Like
and
Ten
then
Hag this year. Like Ten Hag for Man United
basically.
this year. You've had a crap year. You've won the FA Cup, but it's the difficulty with that, Dan. And I guess this is a decision for our Lord and Savior Daniel Levy, or for Vinay Venkatesham coming in, whoever's going to make this decision. The decision is going to be made on, right, if we're going to pump more money into the club, if we're going to give our manager, I don't know, I'm guessing 100 million roughly. I can't imagine it'll be a lot more unless there's big player sales. If I'm going to pump another 100 million in, the question you have to ask yourself is this the guy I want to give another 100 million to? Because if you give him the 100 million, Dan, the first 10 games are as shit as what we've seen this season and he sacks him. You've now got a new manager that comes in and goes, right, in January, I need another 100 million to go and buy these 2-3 players. So I think it's going to be interesting. But I think bringing in a new CEO, I think that CEO will want to have some pull immediately. You know what it's like? You know when people turn up at a big corporation, they very rarely just say, okay, let's just let everything tick. They want to do something to show this is my reign. Do you know what I mean? Some rule change, personnel change, something. So I'm hoping that my man Vinay comes in. My man, I'm only joking. I don't know anything about this guy, by the way. I'm hoping that Vinay comes in and says, right, I'll join, but we've got to sack Munn, we've got to sack Lang, and we've got to sack Ange. I'm praying. And by the way, before you talk, just quickly, Dan, before you go, Dan, this is shocking. There's 692 people in this chat, right? And 166 likes. That is absolutely bloody diabolical. That should be 350 minimum. Please smash that like button. Thank you to Anthony Clark for the super sticker. Always with the super stickers. You're a legend, mate. Thank you very much. Big up to Gary. I did see your WhatsApp, mate. Sorry, I was busy this morning getting some bits done. Thank you very much. And yes, best wishes to Eddie Howe from everyone, I believe. I know he was in hospital last night after feeling ill for a few days. I haven't seen anything this morning, whether he's come out or not, but best wishes to him indeed. So thank you very much for that, Gary. And smash the like button, you tight gits. Sorry, Dan, as you were. Sorry, mate. You're on mute.
Yeah, I mute it when I'm typing.
Yeah, no worries.
I would think, and now a few people probably won't like it, but he's been at Arsenal for, what was it, 9 years 14, or even more?
14 years.
14 years, yeah?
Yeah.
To be at a place like Arsenal, whether people like to say it or not, this is just being realistic about football. They're a winning club. Okay, they ain't won nothing in 5 or 6 years, but then look what they have done in their history compared to what we have done and compared to what pretty much what are they, third or fourth in the most they've one. I think they're behind Chelsea.
They're
But
third. They're the third most successful English club in history.
There you go. So whether we like it or not, and how crap they have been in the past, and then how good they've been, and whatever else, there is a winning mentality there. They do play to win something.
Yep.
And it just seems we don't. And for him to be there 14 years, I just cannot picture this CEO coming over unless he's just doing it for a bit of money in his back pocket and saying, yes, Mr. Levy, we'll do it every way you want it. I mean, because if he does that, what's the point in even having a bloody CEO except Levy tells him what to do and he goes and does it?
Agreed.
Yeah? If he's coming over for just a bit of money, then I can totally understand if he just sits there and says, yes, Mr. Levy, 3 bags full, Mr. Levy. But I can't picture him coming over from a club with 14 years like Arsenal of coming over without a slight winning mentality of like, right, I've come in, Mr. Levy, I will do everything you say.
Yeah.
But that manager's got to go, hands down, and leave it to me, sort of thing. Because I can't picture a CEO who's coming over here to do the job properly, sitting there and saying, no, we keep Ange. I can't see it. I know there'd be supporters who crap it, who would say it, but a professional person, I can't sit there and think that he would come in and say, right, I've got 100 million to spend that I can give to the manager, like you said, and we keep Ange, and if it don't go right, we get rid of him, and then we're up street even more, basically. So if he's any good in any way, he will come in, and come love nor money, Ange has to go. But then it depends how much power he's been given and why he's there. Is he there to do the job, or is he there for the money?
I think Levy's going to do it anyway, mate, because let's be brutally honest. Yes, listen, I'm not going to ever not winning a trophy. We've won so little, right? I'm never going to not winning a trophy. But let's be fair. If we win this trophy, we're going to have done it without actually, other than probably the final, having to play anybody of real, without belittling them. It's not like this is a year where you've gone, oh my God, we've just had to knock out, we've knocked out Juventus. We've knocked out, RB Leipzig. Do you know what I mean? We've not really had to do too much. But as I said before, I think it's going to be more about the damage that's been done for the press, the damage that's been done in the league, the fact that we've lost so many games. And there might be a bit of it. If I take I don't like Ange, everyone knows that. If I remove that, there might be a bit where Ange is thinking, if I do win Europe, do I need this? Like, can I do better at Spurs than winning the Europa League? And he might walk. He might walk for all we know.
That is what you just literally took the words out of my mouth. Do you know what? Again, it is just my opinion. If I was in that situation, I would be frustrated, extremely embarrassed. Would I have the frustration with myself, or would I have the frustration with my players? A bit of both, because I think some of the players have been a letdown, but it is the tactics that are the main reason. I think if he's a man with any pride, like he tries to come across as, like, I will die on my sort of like high sword on the hill sort of thing, if come love nor money. If the man has got any sort of pride in him, the ideal situation, I think, for him as a person would be to win that Europa and then say, right, I'm off, instead of getting the sack. That is what I would think an honourable man would do as such. But then I couldn't blame him if he wanted to stay and try and prove that last season was just a total mess up and this season will be better. But I think if he's got any honour, he wins that cup, he walks. Because I think he does that. I think he'd also get a little bit of respect as well for showing that he's got a bit of honour, whereas others might disagree with that.
Yeah. Look. At the end of the day, as I said, there's reports that he will be sacked anyway. I don't know if he will. Everyone knows my opinion. Everyone knows I do not whether we win the Europa League or not, I don't want to sit through another year of this football. Yeah, we can turn around and talk about a good cup run if we win it. Brilliant. I don't care. Football isn't just about the cup runs. You know, we have to watch every single week. And I just can't sit and watch more of this football for 38 games in a Premier League next year. But if he wins it, as I said, I do a video where I go, I was wrong. I said we couldn't win the league. You won the Europa League. You won it. I'll never change my opinion on him in the league, though. I will never turn around and say I was wrong about this manager overall, because overall, 16 defeats and counting, that's not a manager I can get behind, Dan. I just can't.
No.
I can't get behind that.
You know what? What a couple of people have said in the chat when I've said that, I haven't taken it into consideration. A few people on there are right. I've missed a point that I didn't take into consideration, and that's the money side of it. If he walks, then he don't get paid his 12 million for getting the sack.
Of course.
But there's another side of it. Would he go to Mr. Levy and say, right, instead of you having to sack me, I'm going to walk as long as you put £8 million in my back pocket? And then they're both winners as such. Because that has happened with managers before. That has happened with players as well, sort of thing. So I think that's a point that I didn't take into consideration. And just reading
Where would he go? Let's be honest, even if he wins the Europa League, what clubs out there would go, cool, Ange Postecoglou's available? Would there be? I don't know. What everyone in the chat right now, let us know if Ange was to leave Spurs, what sort of club? And I know we all want to make jokes and that, but realistically, what sort of club do you think he would go to, guys? By the way, thank you. We've managed to get the likes up to a respectable 258, which is a third of the people in this chat. There's 754 people in here, but so please do smash the likes. Also, if 15 of you would be so kind to subscribe, we'll get to 17.1k. Please subscribe to Danny as well. Who's what's your next milestone, Dan?
Pardon?
What's your next milestone for subscribers?
Well, it's gone down a bit lately, what I've got, but that's because I've been so inconsistent on here for reasons on that. But I'm going to be on here a lot more, doing a lot more shows. I mean, I've got my room now. I'm back up in the health and that, so I will be doing a lot more shows. I'm on 4,200 at the moment, so it's probably to get up to 4,500 and take it from there.
So come on, guys. 15 more for me. And if those people could also subscribe to Dan, get him up towards the 5K. Honestly, it's a big thing for YouTubers to hit milestones. Because when we first start channels, we never think that we're going to get to X or Y or Z. So please do smash that button. You're all here. You're all watching. You must like us somewhat. And even if you don't like us, smash the subscribe button. Feel free. Dan, what level, what sort of club do you think goes, that's our guy, other than Spurs?
Personally, he's got manager capability, but just not to this level. He just hasn't got it to this level.
Agreed.
I mean, some people say, like I say, he hasn't got a clue, this and that, so do you and everything and that, but he has been a manager for 26 years. He does know, well, does he know what to do on a football pitch as such? But I don't think he's got the capability at this level. I don't think he's got the capability for Italy. I don't think he's got the capability for Spain. I don't think he's got the capability for Germany. But then the thing is with Germany, bar Dortmund, Leverkusen now, maybe. I think the German league is something he could look at, but it would obviously be a much lower team. And I think that would be the highest he could go, sort of thing. Because there's no way this man will go to Italy in a million years because of the way he plays football. I could easily see him going back to Scotland.
Can you imagine him rocking up at a Roma or a Fiorentina or a Napoli, playing the way he plays?
He's got
their fans would have
He's got more chance of getting a job at Liverpool or Man City than he has in a respectable team in Serie A. They just do not play like this. Yeah. Rangers, yep. I could see him going back to Scotland, and I think I could see him going into a very bang average team in Germany, even France as such.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Look, let me bring in Lubo. Lubo, you must be like a pig in the biggest pile of shit ever. Archie Gray is starting a game for Tottenham Hotspur again. How you feeling?
Wrong position again.
Yeah, I know.
What
I
an
know.
idiot! What a game to actually. I mean, he's got the opportunity here, hasn't he? Seriously, you
I
play
agree.
Porro. Today's the day of any day you play Porro and Udogie and rest Spence. Play Gray in midfield. I mean,
I know.
seriously. I mean, just coming back onto what you've been talking about just now. Ange doesn't need another club. So when Levy says, "There's the door. There's your £10 million severance pay. Thank you very much. I'm going to go and be a pundit now. There'll be
Oh, for sure.
no shortage of TV companies
Yeah,
that will want him on, and he can earn his living from that
yeah.
without any of the stress. He's just earned himself 20 million in 4 years, or 20 million in 2 years, should I say?
Yeah.
And that's it. Thank you very much.
So hang on,
Could well
Lupo.
be that.
You mean the pundit, the famous punditry of Ange, who
Yes,
sat
that's
there
the one.
during the Euros telling
Yep,
everyone it's really good to bring young players through. It's really good to
exactly.
see young players being given a chance. That pundit.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let him take. Listen, I'd rather him bullshit on a TV show rather than to us. That's for sure.
Oh,
I
oh,
think
Lupo.
other people have said a couple of good things on here, like going to Olympiacos or something like that as well. I think there are other ones I just didn't think of at the time. I
Going back to his
yeah,
roots. Going back to his
yeah,
roots.
something. I just see him going to a lower league, lower club. I don't think he'd make it as a pundit. I don't think he's got it for that sort of thing. I've given my reasons why and that. I don't think he would be able to sit there and pull off what certain pundits can do. I don't think he would be able to sit in a room with Roy Keane. Let's put it that way. You know,
No,
Roy
and then he's
Keane would
got
eat
Gary
him
Neville.
alive.
I
Exactly,
think.
and then he's got Gary Neville sitting there, or Carrick. It ain't gonna happen. Not here anyway. I don't think he's got pundit material in him.
What do you
Well, let
think,
me.
Sav? He takes over your local team. He'll have Michael Cheek playing from the back. What do you reckon?
What, down at Bromley?
Bromley, yeah.
I'd rather who is it? Andy Woodman, isn't it? At Bromley at the
I don't
moment.
know. Is it?
Yeah,
I
Andy
don't know.
Woodman. Lubo, Dan and I were just saying it's a really weird game because obviously we've not done well in the league. Wolves have kind of, I mean, let's be fair. I think Wolves could lose their next 7 games. They're still not going to get relegated. The team's very different to normal, but it's still not a terrible team. What do you make of today's game? Like,
What?
what's your feelings for it?
Well, I predicted a 2-1 Wolves win. I'm not going to change it
Such a
now.
bad fan. Such a poor football
Terrible. And
fan.
I just listen. I'm a realistic. I'm being realistic.
Yeah.
What do I think? Wolves could lose every game. Ipswich have got to win 5 out of 7 to overhaul them if Wolves didn't pick up another point. And
Yeah.
Ipswich have won 4 games all season so far. So, you know, I mean, you'd probably get 5,000 to 1 on Ipswich winning 5 games, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So, no, listen, it's a pretty much it's a dead game. It's just about pride. I think Wolves will have their home fans behind them, and home fans obviously demand,
Yeah.
100% at the least. So, I can't see anything other than the Wolves win. It may be a strange game. Solanke may even score. What do you reckon? But
But I tell you what, Lupo, I was going to talk about Solanke in a minute, but no Cunha is a good thing, right? Because for
yeah,
me, I say for me, I think we all pretty much agree that he's Wolves' best player.
yeah,
He's on the bench, but I'd, I'd really like to see Solanke grab a goal. I
yeah.
like at some stage he's got to hit the back of the net again.
Well, he
Um,
hasn't he hasn't scored for 14 weeks, has he? Newcastle was the last one. Then he missed a
wow.
few games. And he's played the last 5 without scoring. So
My troll's back. Do you
who's
ever pay
this?
money to? I won't give money to Daniel Levy. And when you're saying you've heard I'm too tight, mate, I tell you what, my wife wishes I was tight with my money. I'd have more of it. But sure, I'm tight. Arsenal, Ask all the YouTubers who I've helped them out with equipment and stuff to get them started if I'm tight. What an absolute twat you are. I'm going to call it out. You're a bit of a CUNT, aren't you? Sorry, Lubo. Yeah.
Don't sit
Tell
on
as
the
well.
fence.
No, I'm not sitting on the fence. You know me, Lubo. The reason I don't pay to go to Spurs is nothing to do with being tight. I had a season ticket for like 20 years. Nothing to do with being tight, mate. But first of all, my job now as a YouTuber, match day, kind of, second of all, I stopped going years ago because I won't give Daniel Levy any more money. But Tell's another one, Lubo. I want to see something from Tell today. I've been really underwhelmed. I'm not going to say unimpressed. I've been really underwhelmed by Tell so far, if that's fair.
Yep. The problem is that if you take away the 50 million or 60 million pound tag that he's got, and if you look on him as a 19-year-old kid that played 3 games for Bayern Munich this season in 3 months,
Sure.
and he's coming to us, you're not going to expect much, are you?
No, sure.
So I think the tag has put him means that he's judged unfairly. He wasn't. I think he will be a good player. You saw in a well-coached French under-21 team how well he did last week.
Ian,
So
you
there's
think everyone
something
under
there.
19 is going to be a good player?
No, of course, no, but Dan,
But you do. No, I get it, mate. I was being sarcastic. I get it.
He's playing for his country, isn't he? At the end of the day, and the French are no mugs. They've got some really good players in there. And what do I think? Listen, he wasn't what we needed. If we didn't have Yang and Odebear and Mikey Moore, then fair enough, you bring him in. But we've got those players, so don't try and block the path for them. We should have brought someone else in. But yes, I'd love to see Tell do well. I think he has got something about him. He's been in and out. He's not had a run of games at Spurs. He came into a real shit show, didn't he? I mean, was it Liverpool, Villa? I mean, we were dreadful that period of the season when he joined.
Yeah.
We were we were shocking. So it wasn't like he came into a really good team with leaders, etc., who could help him. Remember, he's only 19. So, the
It's part of the disappointment, Lubo. It's part of the disappointment, and then Dan are coming after Lubo on this, that if you're going to bring in a player in January on loan and pay a 10 million fee, surely you should be starting every game.
You think so? Because you're bringing him in to score 12, 15 goals, possibly 10 at the minimum. For the second half of the season, and to help ignite the season. And boy, we needed it, didn't we? But everything was wrong with that transfer window, apart from Danso. Kinski we didn't need. Tell we didn't need. I mean, Kinski and Tell was a waste of 22.5 million. Add Werner's 13 million for the 18 months. I mean, you put 35 million to the funds you've got. You can go and get a really good player. You can go and get a top player. So it is a problem. But then it all goes back to wages and what really good players are you going to get when you're paying the wages we pay. So unfortunately, this is down once again to the chairman. This is the level of player now that we're in for, and this season the chickens have come home to roost.
Yeah.
No Harry Kane to get him out the shit. No Paul Mitchell to bring in players and Poch to get him out the shit. Here we are.
No, absolutely. I mean, Dan, obviously we had a massive debate about Tell, not me and you, but in our group earlier. For me, I get the whole he's young. I get that. But at the same time, this is the player that Tottenham Hotspur decided in the January window was going to come in and help us. And you don't loan players to build them up. Like, I know, like my mate Phil Coy's giving it the old, we brought him in to build up his fitness. You don't loan players from other teams to help their fitness. You loan them because you want them to play, right, Dan? Bye, Lubo.
Exactly. He was everything we did not need. I mean, for me, we needed, I know we've had him, but perfect example, we needed a Perisic. I think we needed someone who was in their 30s, 32. Okay, career slowly coming down, but who still blatantly got it, been there, done it, got the storybook. I think we needed experience. And you ain't going to get that with Tell.
Yeah.
And when Tell's been on the pitch, now some people, I mean, personally, why even get Tell when you could just get Mikey Moore there?
Oh,
When
but
I've seen him on the pitch,
you already had Tell, Moore. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you've got Tell that can play there, you've got Moore that could play there, Odegaard that could play there, Son that can play there, Richarlison coming back from fitness, he can play there. It just felt very weird to go and get another young left-sided forwards when we had them. We already had them, right? Surely you've just bought Odegaard again, haven't you? Like,
yeah,
it just doesn't make
basically,
sense.
and that's what I'm about to say. When I've seen them play, not that I've rated either, I think Odegaard has looked a better player on the pitch. I think he's actually looked like he's got more control of the ball. And I'm not saying that he's been good, far from it. I mean, he hasn't really had many chances because he had the big injury, whatever else. And I'm not saying he's going to be a quality player or whatever. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of him, really. But when I
Yeah.
have seen them both play, I mean, impressed is the wrong word, but I think
Oh, yes.
I can't think of the right word to use for it. It's not impressed. That was who I was screaming for as well at the start of the season,
Yes.
and we could have bloody got him as well. Because
Yes.
Juventus
Can you imagine
needed
him?
it.
Imagine him sitting in front of the back four, allowing the the full-backs to go up a bit further, and somebody that will go, you know what, we're under pressure. We're under pressure. I'll put my foot on the ball. I think Locatelli is a brilliant footballer. Get
I
up
do.
there with his feet. He is brilliant. No, we went and bought Lubo's son, didn't we? Archie Gray.
Locatelli is Bentancur, just 3 times better. He's a rich man's Bentancur, is the way I look on him. We don't play Bentancur the right way. But either way, going back to what we were saying
Yeah.
on there,
Oh.
I mean, I just can't think of another word to use but impressed. I've been more impressed by Odegaard than I have been by Tell. Not that either of them have impressed me. I just can't. More positive about Odegaard than Tell, I think, is the way to look at it. When I've seen them play, I just think Odegaard has played better than Tell.
Yeah,
But
I
not
think
that
I think
either of them have been good.
when they both play, it's difficult, right? Because they're in and out, they're young, whatever. But it almost seems like they're both playing with a handbrake on. Do you know what I mean? Like, so if you watch, again, this is a different level of footballer. I'm not judging them against them. But if you look at PSG, when they've got Bradley Bacola and Ezra Doué, when you watch them play, they're given freedom. Get the ball, go. Just go and bamboozle your fullback. Go on the outside, go on the inside, use your skill, get the ball in, have shots. When you watch Charles play, I always look at them and think they're holding back. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like, sometimes when you used to watch Usain Bolt run, and in the last 10
Yeah.
meters, he kind of slows down. I'm thinking, you could do this in under 9 seconds if you went quicker. I feel like that's what it is with them. And that must be an instruction from Ange. It must be.
Exactly that. That's why I've said from day it is the tactics. Yes, some of the players are to blame for this, yeah. But for me, it's an 80-20% sort of thing. I think 20% is on some of the players because some of the players have been absolutely atrocious. But the tactics have just suited 1 or 2 players, basically. The only one you can say who has got anything positive out of this season on that Spurs team is Johnson. And he's and I think he's crap, but he scored 16 goals. So you can't argue that bit, really. I think he is the only one who you can really, really look at in that Spurs squad, let alone 11. Okay, I can bring Spence into it, but he's only been for 3 months as such. I think Johnson is the only one who could stand there and say, I've had a positive season as such. But that's purely because he scored the goals. I don't rate the player in any means or manner.
Yeah.
But what you're saying up front, it just looks like it. Not just with the wingers or inside forwards, whatever we play them as. I think you could say that with a striker as well, because he comes back so much. And
Yeah.
anyone we have played up front, not just Solanke, has always come back a bit as well. I think what I've judged with Ange, I think he wants his striker to be a target man, not an out and out striker. I think he's trying to pull off what Klopp did with Liverpool when he was playing Salah, Mane, and who was it in the middle? For bit was it Firmino? Yeah, when he was doing it with that, when Firmino was a bit more of a target man, while the other two would come in, and I think that's what he's basically. I think that's what he wants off Solanke. He wants him as a target man when he blatantly isn't. So it's a bit of a strange one, that one.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, Lubo, the back four today, Lubo. Oh, I can hear me. I can hear me in an echo badly.
I'll go out. I'll go out and come back. I'll go out and come back.
Yeah,
Sleep. I'll go out and come back.
Yeah. All right, mate. All right. Yeah, listen, I think it's going to be interesting today. I do think it's interesting, but I just can't have another performance like we had, like we had against Wolves last year. Can't have another performance that we've been seeing in the league recently. Surely there's got to be a bit of pride. Surely a bit of fight. Get them out there. Let them free. Let them play. Don't overcomplicate it. But my worry is that we're just going to see exactly the same thing again. My worry is every game, nothing changes. I could be wrong, but that's my worry.
I would have thought this would have been the perfect game, like he's had a couple of other chances, from where, again, purely opinion, the league's done. Whereas if he would have gone and put Gray in midfield with Bergvall in midfield, and then gone and stuck Mikey Moore on the right with Tell on the Mikey Moore on the left with Tell on the right or Odebert on the right, and done that, in my personal opinion, okay, that's not necessarily going out for the win as such. But I would be quite accepting if you'd done that, in the aspect of like, all right, you know it's done. You pretty much know you're out. So go play some of the youth players then. Because whether we win or lose, okay, everybody wants to win. But I think if he would have gone and played, like I said, Gray in the middle, Bergvall, and Mikey Moore on there, and maybe brought in another young player as well, I think quite a lot of people would actually be quite accepting with it. Whereas if we was fighting for top six and he went and done that, you'd go off your head. What are you doing, mate? You haven't got a clue. Whereas I think he's actually in a position where he could actually go and do that, and I don't think it would do much harm. It would do him less harm if he lost the game than it would if he loses the game with this lot, I think. I think more people would be more accepting of the game if we lost it, with, say, 4 young players on there, instead of our main players, if this makes any sense to you.
Well, I fully agree, Dan. I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Wolves away last year, where we lost Romero and Van der Ven. So naturally, of course, you bring in Davis, and he brings in Dyer, who we know has no future with the club and doesn't play Phillips. So if you'd have give Phillips a few games leading up to Christmas, then you could have seen whether he's got it in him as a squad player to come in, and you wouldn't have needed, if Phillips passed the test, then you wouldn't have needed to spend 21 million on Dragerson. So it's we shoot ourselves in the foot the whole time. This perfect chance between now and the end of the season. Give Gray 7 games, stick him in the 6, see how he does. If he's not ready, he's not ready. But at least we'll know.
Yeah.
So you know more. You're more educated. When you're sitting down and you're looking at the capabilities of the players you've got and what needs improving, what positions need strengthening for next season. You got more of an idea. It's just everything he does is wrong. How does he make so many mistakes? This guy, it's incredible.
Do you know what? My wife said that exact sentence to me before. Just everything you do is wrong. How does this guy make so many mistakes? It is. Listen, Lubo, because look, the kick-off's in about 4.5 minutes, by the way. And as always, I will set my timer by the game I'm watching, people. It won't be by the probably official. But Lubo, are you expecting to see Gray at right back, centre back, or left back today? Because Davis can play left or centre. Gray's played everywhere, and Spence can play both fullback areas. So, who are you expecting to see where today?
I expect from right to left: Gray, Romero, Davis, and Spence.
Okay. So Spence out of position, Gray out of position.
No, I must tell you, Spence actually has his performances on the left side have been superb. I think he's been great playing left on the left.
They've done it. They've done it. They've bloody done it. Sorry. Aberdeen Rangers in the 96th minute, where there was only meant to be 5 minutes of added on time, Rangers have come back from 2-0 down with 10 men and scored in the 96th minute.
Is that 2-2 or 3-2?
2-2. They've come from 2-0 down, 10 men in the first half. And they're 2-0. Hey, it is what it is. Listen, guys, there are only 3 minutes. Give me your score predictions, please.
2-1 Wolves.
Yeah. I think we can squeeze a 2-2 out of this.
Oh, things are getting good at Spurs, are they? We can squeeze a 2-2 away at the team who currently sit 17th.
I know.
Excuse me, it's who we are, mates. It's who we are.
It is who we are. By the way, the players are now on the pitch. They're just lining up. Vitor Pereira and Ange are having a little cuddle. Lubo, you went for 2-1 as well, right?
Yes, I've gone for 2-1.
I'm just going to go for every result where I have no idea. I'm just going to go with 2-2. I have no idea. Every score prediction is wrong. If I predict us to win, we lose. When I predict us to lose, we win. I just don't. 2-2. I'm going to go with 2-2. You're both more than welcome to come back on after the game, but obviously you'll both be there tonight for the Spurs review at 7:30.
Yeah.
I'm going to kick you out now. Thank you very much for giving me your time.
See you later.
Cheers, guys. I'll see you later. Enjoy the game. And Lubo, don't get too wound up by the WhatsApp group.
Oh, God, no.
See you later.
Cheers.
See you later. Take care, guys.
See ya.
Right. Everybody, let me just quickly get my TV ready for, what's that? Liverpool-West Ham is the game on, isn't it? I'll keep you updated as well because Chelsea are playing. Let me just see. I've got my VPN sorted. I've got a different stream. I shouldn't be too far out of sync today. So hopefully this app I've got helps me start a bit closer. Cam Tinley is here, ladies and gentlemen, with a lovely stat. Spurs have scored the 3rd most goals in the Premier League. I'll see yours and I'll counter with, yes, and we've lost 16 games of football and we currently sit 15th in the league. Hey, welcome, Cam. Welcome. Everybody say hello to Cam. I love it when Cam turns up. It's always good fun. Normally means Spurs have won if Cam Tinley turns up. So the team, Vicario, Gray, Romero, Davis, Spence, Sarr, Basuma, and Maddison, with Brennan Johnson to the right, Matisse Tell to the left, and Dominic Solanke up front. The bench, I will go through in just 1 second. I'm sure you've seen it. The bench is Kinski, Richarlison, Adogi, Bergval, Kulu, Porro, Bentancur, Van der Ven, and Mikey Moore. So that is the Tottenham team today away at Wolves. Obviously, we didn't get a good result there last year. Hopefully, I'm hoping my app's going to be pretty much bang on time. If you are in front and you put fake scores in, I will block you. Come on, let's just try and be adult about this for 1 second in our lives. The game is about to get underway. As soon as they kick off on my screen, so I've got it on my computer screen, so I won't be able to see too many of your StreamYard comments, but I will keep flicking back. It is 2 p.m. Looks like we're about to get the game off and underway. Come on. Ange looking pensive as always. Come on, Tottenham. Let's see what we can do today. So Wolves are going to get us off and underway. They're taking a knee. And We're off. And we are off. So, guys, I won't be able to see too many of your comments, but I will keep coming back because I've got the game on my screen. So, hopefully I'm in time today. So, Wolves immediately got the ball, got it out wide to the left back. Let's see if they target down Gray's area because obviously he'll be high up the pitch because that's how he plays. Straight away, Bellegarde running down that left-hand side and he's fouled by Papa Sarr and a free kick given. Immediately, Wolverhampton Wanderers attack down our weakest area. So immediately, Wolves have attacked down our weakest area. And I will keep you up to date with as much as possible today, guys. So thank you for being with me. You could have chosen many other YouTubers, but you're not. You're here with me. So thank you very much. Let's get that off there. There we go. So it's going to be a, let's see if I can move this to the big screen. No, let's get rid of that. That's big enough. Right, there we go. So a free kick is going to be whipped in here. It's on the left-hand side of the penalty area. It's going to be whipped in right-footed. Wolves have got maybe 5 or 6 in a box. Spurs have got 8 or 9, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we've got everyone in the box. So it's going to be whipped in here to the near post, punched away by Vicario, volleyed back in. It's 1-0 to Wolves. It's 1-0 to Wolves in 1.5 minutes. Spurs have started absolutely brilliantly as normal. Wolves 1, Tottenham 0. I'm not sure who scored the goal. Is that Ait-Nouri? Vicario's claiming a foul for something. Vicario's claiming a foul. Let's have a look. Let's see if there was a foul. Obviously, VAR will have a look at it. Let's see. They haven't shown the replay yet. Ait-Nouri scored the goal, but let's see what's Vicario annoyed about. I don't know what he's annoyed about. Yeah, I don't know what they're annoyed about. I can't see what we're asking for. Can anyone in the chat, can you see what is it that we're appealing here? I can't see anything. Oh, offside. I can't see. I didn't see an offside immediately. Let's have a look. Maybe Spurs have got a reprieve. Let's have a look at the offside decision. Here we go. So the cross comes in. Right, what are we? I don't understand what we're asking for. I can't see anything wrong with the goal. Sorry, guys. Am I being an idiot? I can't see anything wrong with it. I just can't see what was wrong with that goal. I can't see anyone who's offside. I can't see a foul. I don't know what we're asking for. But we'll see. I'm guessing the VAR is still going on. But the goal has been given. The goal has been given. Yeah, I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. And this is why I hate VAR. This is why football annoys me. So Wolves are 1-0 up. Let me quickly change my score. You know I never change my score until VAR have ruled the goal. Tottenham are 1-0 down in the first 90 seconds. Never change, Tottenham. Never, ever change. We didn't deal with the foul at all. We didn't deal with it at all. Bellegarde won the free kick. We didn't deal with a cross. And it fell to the edge of the box. And Ait-Nouri immediately volleyed the ball back in. So what have Tottenham got in response? Here's Ben Davis. Lays it out to Jed Spence. Jed Spence, let's have a look. Let's have a look. So what's going on here? What have Tottenham got? Have we got anything in the locker to hit back immediately? Here's Basuma. Gives the ball to Sarr. Back into Basuma. He's being pressed, but he's held onto the ball well. Done well there, did Basuma. He's looking for options that aren't coming, so he goes long. Solanke tries to hold it up, but I just don't ever feel like when the ball goes to him, it's going to be held up well. And now here's Wolves again down the right-hand side, trying to run at Jed Spence. And Jed Spence is too quick. That's why he should have played against Frankfurt. Vicario's out of mare. It's going to be 2-0. It's going to be 2-0. And I tell you what, how we are not 2-0 down is unbelievable. Oh, my God. Vicario is having a mare. What was he doing there? What was he doing? We are shambolic. We are absolutely shambolic. How he is, I'd tell you what, Strand Larsen should have made that 2-0. We could have been 2-0 down in 6 minutes here. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. What are we doing? It's Spurs. Anyway, here's Matisse Tell. He's got the ball on the halfway line. He's going to run at the Mizzy. Plays a good ball down the line to Sarr. Sarr tried to pull it back, but didn't get that right. And then Tell just about got the ball into Basuma, who gives it to Romero. Can Spurs hit back immediately? Should be 2-0 this game. Here's Archie Gray, whips the cross in and headed out by, I think that was Totti for a corner kick to Tottenham Hotspur. Guys and girls, it's not started very well, has it? It's who we are, mate. It's who we are. But listen, the positive thing is it's early doors. There's still a chance to get back in the game. It's very, very early. But again, we're so badly organised at the back. We are so badly organised at the back every game that it's not a surprise, is it? But don't worry, everyone. This is the manager we want to take us forward. Thank you to everyone who has liked and subscribed. Please do keep liking the show. It really does help me. So please do. So far, we've only got 370 likes. There's over 1,000 of you in here. So thank you. And if there's 1,000 of you in here, surely a few more of you could smash that subscribe button, please, and help me get to the 18K quicker. There is the link to subscribe. If you haven't already, please do. I really do appreciate it. Big up to it's exactly 1,001 of you in here. So big up to each and every one of you. Again, people who have been wrong all year, people like Reezy, this is what they wanted to see. This is the football that people like Reezy ask for. They want to see this. Basuma has been yellow carded 8 minutes into the game. So well done, Yves Basuma, keeping your head and getting a yellow card for the foul. By the way, I've got it on two. I've got the main one here, and I've got a backup stream there. Anyway, Strand Larsen heads the ball down now to Aït-Nouri. He puts the ball back into Totti, and then the ball goes all the way back to Sarr in goal. And Wolves look composed as the ball goes over the top. Strand Larsen brings it down. Oh, my God, we are horrible. It's offside, but I tell you what, we are horrible, aren't we? We are so badly organised as a football team. It is unreal. We are absolutely horrible to watch. Hey, it is what it is. What do you mean if it ends 9-0? It should be gone anyway. Hey, it is what it is. Nicholas Nichols, please put us out our misery. Nah, people like the Hotspur hippie and that, they love it. Just get behind the team. This is their manager. This is their guy. Here's Brennan Johnson. What's he got? He crosses the ball in. Again, it's a poor cross, but it finds its way through off the defender to Tell, and his shot, tame, and into the arms of Sarr. So what have Spurs got? What have they got? Thank you for the 7 or 8 who just subscribed. I really appreciate you. Here's another ball down the line. Jed Spence heads it out for a throw-in. So Wolves have a throw-in on the right-hand side. 9.5 minutes gone, and it's currently Wolves 1, Tottenham 0, and not a good 10 minutes for Tottenham. It's almost like we're not allowed to start games well. So now the ball goes out wide to Totti, into Aït-Nouri, and then Bellegarde, back to Totti. I think this is Totti. I never remember is it Agbadu, the other side? As Sarr plays the ball into, I think, Bellegarde, who's given it away. Brennan Johnson's got the ball, but when Brennan Johnson's got, look how weak Brennan Johnson is. How weak is Brennan Johnson? Jesus, mate, get on some protein shakes or something. That was embarrassing. That was utterly, utterly embarrassing, wasn't it? Really poor. Oh, for sure they don't want to play for Ange. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, it's madness. Please, please, Daniel Levy, put us out of our misery, please. Here's Wolves going down the other end as a foul by Brennan Johnson, but the ref's played on as the ball's gone to Strand Larsen, who's kept the ball in. No, he hasn't. It's hit the corner flag and actually gone out for a throw. Please. I literally, everyone, do you know what? All my mates that even hate Spurs are always messaging me now saying, God, your manager's bad. And we're like, yep, you see it now. At first, they used to laugh. Now they're just feeling sorry for me that I support this team. Wolves look comfortable when they've got the ball. We just look unorganised. Again, Vitor Pereira. I'll take him as manager. Hang on, someone's just sent me an insane stat. Oh, we've lost more away games than Ipswich this year. Never change, Spurs. Cross comes in. Strand Larsen gets there first, but he couldn't direct his header. And Spurs have a goal kick. So 12 minutes gone. Not the greatest game. He's not a defender, is he? Yeah, agree. Savva, will you take me as manager? Mate, I'll take any of you in my chat right now as manager. Any of you. I'll take any of you. I'll take any of your pets as manager. This is just such a bad setup. Here's Gray into Basuma. Back to Gray, into Romero. By the way, I'll keep you updated in the other games. Still Liverpool 0, West Ham 0, and Chelsea 0, Ipswich 0. As Vicario plays a dangerous ball out and then Gray can clear it, but gives it away. Does he? No. Solanke's done well there. Held it up. Laid it off. Wasn't the greatest pass, but Tells retrieved it. Now played the ball into Solanke, who's given the ball away. And that, for me, is Solanke all over. He tried an aimless backheel and gave the ball away. You've got to do better. By the way, is that Solanke? 18 weeks, 14 weeks. Yeah, it was 1-0 in the first 2 minutes, mate. 1-0 in the first 2 minutes. Anyways, Jed Spence can clear the ball. And Spurs have just been horrible. This first 13 and a half minutes has been horrible. But it's a throw-in on the right-hand side. Semedo will take it for Wolves. He's played the ball into, I'm not sure who that is. But anyway, Semedo's got the ball back. And it's a throw into Tottenham. Good defensive work there from Yves Basuma. Thank you very much. We're only 5 away now from the 17.1K. So 5 of you out of the 895 watching could subscribe. That would be amazing. There's the link. I'm just putting it in the chat. There you go. Thank you very much. That would be appreciated. Let's go back to the game as Vicario dives on the ball and the Spurs goalkeeper can roll it out to Romero. Romero gives it 5 yards to Ben Davis. Just a pointless pass. Goes out wide to Jed Spence. He cuts in onto his right foot. And here's Christian Romero at the back. Plays the ball into Yves Basuma. It's so boring to watch, aren't we? Here's Archie Gray. He goes down the line to Johnson, who's given it away. He is awful at football, isn't he? I don't care if he scores his tap-ins. What a dreadful footballer Brennan Johnson is. He is so weak. Anyway, there's the goal kick. The goalkeeper, played the ball down the line, but it's gone out for a throw-in to Tottenham Hotspur. Unbelievable. Not even shocked anymore, though. Are any of you shocked? Are any of you actually shocked at what we watch these days? So Jed Spencer's got a throw on. Big up to each and every one of you. Big up to each and every one of you. So it's another throw into Spurs, is it? Down on the left-hand side. Or was it a foul by Gomez? Spurs have got the ball on the left-hand side. Free kick taken short by Spence into Ben Davies. He rolls it across to Romero. Oh, I just got all goosebumps for a minute there. Romero to Maddison, back to Romero. Plays it 5 yards to Basuma. Back to Romero. This is Ange ball. God, it's awful, isn't it? And then Spurs give the ball away. Terrible, terrible play. Again, we've given the ball away. Here's Andre. Andre goes back into Totti. Totti now plays the ball down the line to Aït-Nouri. Aït-Nouri comes inside back to Andre. Andre to Gomez. Gomez to Andre. And then Andre goes back to the centre half. And now it's into Matt Doherty. A Matt Doherty goal would sum up the Spurs season, wouldn't it? There's a good ball by Spence, and it's lost. And, oh, God, who was that? Was that Maddison? Oh, God. All of them, none of them can keep hold of the ball. And here is Semedo out on the right wing. Spurs have got bodies back, so there's no immediate danger. But Wolves look comfortable, don't they? They're not really having to do anything here. Absolutely, Alex. Slow and lethargic. Oh, my God, it is awful. Please, can somebody sack this manager? Please sack this manager. Here's Christian Romero. Liverpool are away, by the way. Here's Mo Salah. They're away. This is going to be 1-0. That's an easy goal. There's Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz has put Liverpool in front. Liverpool 1, West Ham 0. The title's going to be wrapped up very soon, isn't it? No doubt when we play them at their ground. In the time I've watched Liverpool score, Spurs have still got the ball, passing it around at the back. Now here's Basuma. Goes out wide to Papa Sarr. Sarr goes down the line into Johnson. Back into Romero. Oh, my gosh. Guys, does anyone mind if I just stop the stream? Like, can I just stop the stream and stop watching this? It is dreadful. It is dreadful. Oh, gosh. It is such hard work watching Tottenham. And if we do score, you know it'll be out of nothing. There's the ball. One by Spence, actually. He did well to hold the ball. But again, why is Jed Spence in central midfield? Maddison whips in a ball and it's headed clear by, was that Totti that headed that clear? Let me make sure I got the numbers right here. I think that's Totti, isn't it? That just cleared it. Yeah, so look, this is Ange ball. This is what 2 years of having Ange Postecoglou has bought this football club. They're showing the goal again. I still cannot, for love nor money, see what Vicario is claiming. I can't understand what is wrong with the goal. Anyway, Spurs have got the ball at the back. As always, here's Jed Spence, plays the ball down the line into Tell. I need to see something from Tell. He passes it back 5 yards into Spence. He gives it 5 yards to Maddison. Maddison plays a good ball down the line this time for Tell. That's a great pass from Maddison. Here's Tell. Beat your man. No, can't. Tried to take his man on. His man, Semedo, just put his foot in and stopped him easily. It's a throw into Tottenham. So 20, just coming up to 20 minutes gone. It's been really bad, hasn't it? But we have won a free kick for the foul on James Maddison. I don't think we could say any one of them is playing well right now. I'd be hard pressed to say, oh, he started well. Lots of people in the chat saying that Ipswich are 1 up at Stamford Bridge. Interesting. As things stand, West Ham have hit the bar. As things stand, Tottenham Hotspur are 15th in the Premier League. 15th, which is utterly embarrassing. Anyway, here's a free kick by James Maddison, whipped in, headed clear. And now Spurs will regain the ball. So the goal, was scored by Ncisco. So Ncisco, who, if I'm not wrong, is on loan from Brighton. If I'm not wrong. Spurs, did that hit the post? Or did the keeper save that? I think we've hit the post there from Basuma's long-range shot. Let me have a look at that again. Maybe saw that all happened very quick. As soon as they showed a replay, I'll let you know. But I think we just hit the post. It happened all too quickly. Now the ball's with James Maddison. I'll let you know once we see the replay of that. But here's Ben Davies into Ibasuma. He's going to drive forward. Good play by Ibasuma. Gives a good ball into Romero, who lays it off to Archie Gray. Archie Gray then goes back into Ben Davies, who gives the ball to Maddison, who gives it to Romero, who goes all the way home to Vicario. And he plays it out wide to Ben Davies, to Spence. And then good pressing by Wolves, but Spurs have got the throw. Let's have a look at this. So Basuma took a long-range shot, and it's a great save, to be fair. Sorry, I thought it hit the post. Yeah, it was a good effort. It was a good effort from Basuma. I mean, you might say a nice height for the keeper, but he had to dive, and he got a good fist on it and clears it. Here's Solanke. Can't hold the ball up. He is dreadful. He is a dreadful player. And there's the ball overhit. Oh, my God. It's so bad. So bad, Solanke. So bad. And to be fair, Wolves had a man through the middle. And to be fair, a really, really poor ball there. They would have been in. They would have been in. Anyway, here's Ben Davies. Plays the ball over the top to Brennan Johnson. He is bloody awful, isn't he? Oh, my gosh, he is awful. The only thing Brennan Johnson can do is ghost in and score tap-ins. He is such a bad player. Anyway, here's Romero across to Ben Davies. Oh, gosh. We are 1 subscriber away from 17.1k. So if anyone would smash that button, please do. Oh, God, when's this going to be over? When is this going to be over? Oh, my gosh. Please, somebody end the season. Wolverhampton Wanderers, as it stands, are 2 points behind Spurs. Just remember, this was a team in the bottom 2 or 3 when Vitor Pereira came in. That's how bad we are under Ange Postecoglou. Let that sink in. I think they were something like 16 points. Here's Solanke. He can't hold a ball up. He is dreadful. He is dreadful. I mean, Wolves haven't had to do a lot to be winning here, have they? Wolves haven't had to do a lot. We've offered very little other than a shot from Basuma. And we're 25 minutes in. Here's Jed Spence, lays it off to Johnson. Johnson's cross is poor, but Tell brings it down. Now Maddison gives it to Spence. Spence, interim. It's so robotic, this system, isn't it? Here's Brennan Johnson. Down the line to Gray. Gray pulls it back to nobody, and Wolves can clear. Not a good clearance. It's gone just to Romero. Romero goes down the line to Gray. What's Gray got? Nothing. He's tackled, and Spurs win a throw-in. Honestly. What are we watching? Here's Basuma. Gives the ball to Ben Davis, who plays a pass to Maddison. Even that pass he made look hard work. Here's Maddison. Into Basuma. And then Ben Davis can play it out wide to Jed Spence. Jed Spence thinks the ball into the box, but headed away by, is that Totti or Agbadu? Here's Solanke. He's brought the ball down in the box, has he? But it looks like there's I want to say an offside maybe, or a foul. Oh my gosh. Gosh, it's hard work, isn't it? It's hard work. Guys, I'm so sorry if I seem negative. I just don't know. This isn't my football club anymore. This is the worst I've ever seen us. Genuinely. 2 years this man's been here. 2 years, and this is what we get. Here's Tell, whips in the ball, and it's flicked off. Solanke, it was fired in at him. He's tried to flick it towards goal, and it's gone over. Sorry. It's just at this stage, I'm just bored of my football club. I'm just so bored of watching Tottenham play. I'm so bored of it. And standing there, hands in pockets, as Sarr gives the ball away, and then Spence gives the ball away, and then gives the foul away. Does he? No, the ref said play on. The Wolves players wanted the foul. They didn't get it. Then the ball's played down the line to Brennan Johnson. I can assure you, Brennan Johnson is not going to win that physical battle. I can assure you of that. And then gives away a foul. Brennan Johnson is hilarious. What a hilarious footballer Brennan Johnson is. Oh my gosh, this is funny at this stage, isn't it? I've So the free kick going to be taken at the back. It's going to be launched forward by Wolves. It's gone straight through the centre of the pitch. Romero wins the header, and then Basuma couldn't pass it to a teammate, and it's a throw into Wolves. To be fair, Wolves haven't really done anything, and they're still winning this game. Big up to each and every one of you that is watching. Hope you are well. Sorry that I can't give you more by the way of goals or excitement. I don't know what's happened to our club, mate. Ange Postecoglou happened to our club. Our club, not his. Get out, Ange. Please get out of this football club. Anyway, as we were, here's Totti. Goes across to Doherty. Doherty's going to go all the way back to Sarr. And Wolves really haven't done anything here. You know, it's not like Wolves have attacked or put us under pressure, but they got the early goal. And then Romero, awful defending from Romero, but the player was offside. I think he got away with one there, Romero. That was not good defending at all. But Hey, half an hour gone. Tottenham are 1-0 down away at Wolves. And if we don't win this today, this will be 2 wins from our last 9 matches, which would be AZ Alkmaar and Southampton. Let that sink in, people. Let that sink in. I mean, Wolves aren't having to do a lot and look comfortable. We don't look like we've got any ideas. A lot of 5-yard meaningless passes, but here's Spence, who's come all the way over to the right-hand side. Here he is again, and he's lost the ball. What's he doing there? So now, if they switch play, we're in trouble. But they're not. They're going to come down this side. Here's Andre. He's done well. And then is he fouled? The ref said no. To be fair, the refs let the game go. Maddison with the tackle. The ref said no. The Wolves players are shocked. But he's letting a lot go, is this ref. I've got no problem with letting things go, to be honest. Big up to each and every one of you. Thank you very much for all the likes, all the subscribers. Big up to you all. If you're new here, welcome. And yes, if you are new here, indeed, I am Ange Postecoglou out and have been for 18 long, long months. Here's Archie Gray. Loses the ball. Oh, my gosh. This is just... I don't even know what we're watching. Chelsea are 2-0 down at home. Chelsea are 2-0 down at home. A B Johnson scored for them, but it's not Brennan Johnson. It's obviously Benjamin Johnson. So Chelsea are 2-0 down. Wow. Wow. Look what happened when we went to Chelsea. Oh, geez. This club never changed, Tottenham Hotspur. Here's James Maddison trying to get in the box, but there's too many bodies. He can't get it, but Basuma keeps it alive, gets it to Archie Gray. And Archie Gray to Basuma. There's nothing doing here, is there? Here, it's gone all the way back to Ben Davis. Now Romero's gone all the way home to Vicario. Plays it out wide to Spence. I mean, Wolves must be thinking this is easy at the moment. Spurs have got the football, but just doing nothing with it. As Archie Gray gives the ball away. Good play by Gomez. He's driving through our midfield. Now lays it off to Aït-Nouri. Back to Gomez. Gomez into Andre. Back to Gomez. I like Gomez. He's a good midfielder. Oh, my God. Hang on. Are Ipswich 3-0 up? Guys, are Ipswich 3-0 up? Or am I making this up? 2-0. Sorry, my app just said 3-0 for a minute there. I don't know what happened. Don't know what happened there. Oh, here's a stat. Who would like a stat? Tottenham have lost every away game this season in the Premier League when conceding the opening goal. Spurs have also failed to win any of their last 10 matches when conceding first in the Premier League. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. It is 2-0. It's not 3-0. Chelsea, Ipswich have had a third goal disallowed. Here's Sarr. Sarr shoots. It's bobbled up and then cleared. Wow. Thank you to Chris for sending me that information. Oh, my gosh. Everything we do is funny, isn't it? All sorts of records that this manager's breaking. Wow. Yeah, Ange needs time. He needs time. Let him build. Let him build. But the injuries. But it's ridiculous, isn't it? Here's Ben Davis. Can we just call ourselves Tottenham Slow Spur? Our football is so boring. This is worse than Nuno. This is worse than AV. This is just horrible. Oh dear. So it looks like Chelsea are having a bad day at the office, Spurs having a bad day at the office, and West Ham having a bad day at the office. So not a good day for the London clubs. Tottenham Hotspur. I like that. Anyway, here's Jed Spence. Lays it back into Ben Davies. He goes back to Vicario, who's played it to Basuma. Basuma pings it across to Romero. Romero gives the ball away with an awful, awful pass. And now Wolves, again, when Wolves are getting it, it's not like they're flying at us. I think they realise they don't actually need to. Let's be fair, they're 12 points clear of relegation, 15 points clear of relegation as it stands. As the ball goes into the air, Semedo in a one-on-one duel with Spence. Spence wins it. Maddison now plays a good ball into Solanke. He lays the ball off out wide to Tell. Come on, Tell, do something. Tell cuts in and then loses the ball. Does he? Oh, it stayed in play. It's Brennan Johnson. He's fired over the bar. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Oh, gosh. Oh, please get a new manager in. Please. Please. I'm going to cry. Can we get a new manager? Please. Oh, please. I'm so embarrassed that I'm just laughing at this club now. I'm just so embarrassed of what we've become. And that half the fan base want this. Half the fan base want this. I can't watch this every season. Here's Gomez. Brings the ball down in midfield. He's taking on his man. And now Romero can get the ball back to Vicario. Vicario plays it out. But it's won in the air by, I think that was Totti. Powerful header. I think that was Totti. And now the ball's with Archie Gray. Now Romero into Vicario. Yawn out wide to Spence. Spence dinks it forward. Solanke wins the ball and then loses the ball. I mean, it's Solanke in a nutshell, that, isn't it? Now the ball's with Andre. Andre lays it off one more time to Ait Nouri. Ait Nouri dinks the ball into the back post. It's going to be 2, is it? It's 2-0. Oh, my gosh. It's an own goal from Jed Spence. This is comical. This is absolutely comical Tottenham. Comical Hotspur. What on earth is this? We are a shit show. Oh, my God. The ball's going... Oh, God. The crud, there's nothing in this. The ball's cut. Oh, my God, get this man out of my club. Let's just check for VAR and stuff before we get carried away. Ait Nouri putting a cross. It's flicked up. And then Vicario's palmed it out onto Spence, into our net. What an absolute calamity of a football club we are. This manager has got to go tonight. Get a new manager in for the second leg in Germany. This is just awful. This is just awful. Agreed. I'm not even angry. I'm disappointed. I'm not even angry anymore. I mean, it's Benny Hill football. Yeah, there we go. Cue the Benny Hill music. Tottenham are 2-0 down. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh my gosh. This absolutely serves some of our fan base right. I'm going to call it. Some of our fan base. Some of our fan base absolutely deserve this because they want this clown as manager. It's so bad. We're not coached in goal. We're not coached at the back. In midfield looks a mess. He spent 55, 60 million on Solanke, who can't hold up a football, doesn't score goals. We've spent 10 million on a loan for Tell, who does absolutely nothing. He bought Brennan Johnson for, 47 million, who's the weakest footballer I think I've ever seen in my life. Everything is just bad. Everything is bad. Everything. Thank you for the likes. If you haven't subscribed, please do keep subscribing. Let's drive up towards 18,000 as quickly as possible. I know so many people have thought I'm negative, but surely by now, guys, right? Surely by now, you know, we can all, you know, what we're doing. It's LB. Someone said, it's LB is watching you, watching this. You what? Is LB watching me? Cheeky LB. Cheeky LB. Got a lot of time for LB, though, so he can do it. Listen, is he live watching me? I can't see that he's live watching me. If he is, hello, LB. I can't see that he's live. Is he? Anyway, big up to him if he is. But listen, guys, this is Spurs. I've tried to tell everyone for 18 months. I've been shouted down. I've been called a prick, a cunt, a fake fan, toxic. What are we doing here? This is the worst Tottenham Hotspur I have ever seen. This is the worst. And we got fans that say things like this. You can't succeed when you're Go away. This is every week, mate. Stop it, Reezy. Just admit that your guy is crap. Just say it. We'll all get you. Join. Big up to Maz, who said Johnson versus Tell. I'm struggling to think who is worse. Mate, they're both awful. I was told we was going to smash the hippie. We're going to smash Wolves. We're going to smash Frankfurt. We're going to smash Chelsea. Just these people are so they're just in denial, aren't they? They're in denial about this awful football club that Ange has created. Thank you to whoever just subscribed. Really appreciate you. Big up to Jason. Thank you very much. Very generous. As Savva, I have watched Tottenham for 50 years now, and I've just gone from anger to laughing my bum off. This is the worst. Get in Glasner, in my opinion. Mate, you get past the angry stage, don't you, mate? Thank you so much for that. But you are spot on. You get past the angry stage and you just laugh as Wolves have got another free kick here that Tottenham need to defend. Surely not a third before half time. I don't know who's going to take this. It looks like it might be, I don't know who this is taking this, but it's whipped in. It's gone all the way to the back post. And this time Vicario learns how to catch. And now Tottenham, can we come forward? Jed Spence goes past his man. And then Andre, who I think's played really well in midfield, gets the ball out. See the difference between a coached team and a team that aren't coached? It is unbelievable. This team were about 16 points behind us, 17 points behind us, and in the bottom three. They're now 2 points behind us in the Premier League. It is unbelievable. But don't worry. Don't worry, guys, because we've scored the third most of goals in the Premier League. That's what it's all about. It's not about winning games. Anyway, here's Ait Nouri. Plays the ball down the line to Strand Larson, who can't hold it up. Now Romero gets the ball to Maddison. Oh, my gosh. What am I watching? At the moment, Tottenham Hotspur are 17 defeats in 32 games. 17 defeats in 32 games. 17. If any of you missed that number, that's 17. Tell offers nothing, doesn't he? Tell offers nothing. Wow. Tell me the Spurs fans there are going to boo at half time. It is 2-0. It was changed ages ago, mate. Was changed ages ago. Surely, can you all see that it says 2-0, right? LB on his second channel. Let me have a look. You cheeky LB. Cheeky LB. I've got a lot of time for LB, though. Hang on. What could Spurs do here? It's a corner kick, I think. What's that LB's second channel? More LB? Is he watching me taking the piss? Oh, dearie me. I just want to cry. What did we do to deserve this? What did we do? What did we do to deserve this? I don't know what I've done in a previous life to deserve this manager. Anyway, there's 3 minutes of injury time. As Wolves, I mean, you think Wolves have had to do absolutely nothing to be 2-0 up? They've had to do absolutely nothing. There's the ball forward to Strand Larsen. The ball drops to Wolves. Hang on, it's going to be... Oh, I tell you, he's missed his header. I've got LB on. He's laughing at me. LB has just said that you know your team is bad when you get past the anger stage and you're just laughing. And that's where I think most people are. It's what do you do? What do you do when people keep defending this? You do, Chris, didn't you've defended him the whole time, haven't you? You've defended Ange the whole time. People telling me we need to hit the bottom of the V. This is going to be defeat number 17 unless Spurs can pull this back. Oh, my God. The ball's been given away again here. Wolves are in. They pulled the ball back. Thank God it wasn't a good ball. And Spurs can get it away. Here's Tell. What has Tell got? He's got grass to run into. His pass goes into Solanke, who gives it back to Tell. That's nice. What you got? And now Spurs win a free kick. That was better. That was better from Tell. But again, so poor at the back. So poor at the back. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Don't worry, it's the gods. The football gods, Ange. It's not us. It's not you. It's the gods. It's the gods. Of course it is. It's the league. It's the mole. It's the gods. It's VAR. It's injuries. It's fixture congestion. It's the shape of the ball. It's the colour of the sky. It's what I had for dinner last night. It's my fault. It's my wife's fault. It's Ange's wife's fault. It's Ange's fault. It's everything. Everything Ange will blame this on, other than him and his shocking management lack of ability. Here's Maddison, whips in the ball, and it's headed over, and that's going to be half time. There goes the whistle. It is half time. Let me just stop the clock. Let me set it up for the second half, so we don't need to worry about that. Utterly shambolic. Utterly shambolic. I genuinely don't know what to say anymore about Tottenham Hotspur. How does anyone want this? How does anyone want this? What are we doing? I mean, I'm sorry, I'm being sent pictures here that I'm going to bring up and show you. Sorry, I'm not being rude. Just screenshots of how Ange sets his team up. It is just awful. Look at this. Cheers, Mari. Thanks for sending that down. Right, thank you for sending this down. Where's all those YouTubers, by the way? Tell fixes Spurs. Solanke, perfect for Ange ball. These are the people that get all the subscribers. These are the people, these people who don't know football, going, Tell fixes it. Then a picture of a green arrow and some tactic board. Here's what Tell does. Here's how he's brilliant. What we learnt today. We learnt nothing. We learnt that Ange Postecoglou is the worst manager to ever step foot at White Hart Lane. We learned that Ange Postecoglou is embarrassing. And I'll say this again. This will get clipped by somebody. I said this before. I don't wish Ange Postecoglou on Arsenal. That's how bad I think this manager is. Dan, this is hilarious, isn't it? Oh, are we at the funny stage yet?
I've swapped my glasses over. I don't know what you want me to do, mate. Seriously.
Mate, what do we say?
Do you know what? I actually feel for Vicario because I don't think that was a bad save. Oh my God. I don't. I'm not going to say what I want to say, yeah, because it's only midday, mate. We are a joke.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it?
That was. I don't know, mate.
What? But Dan,
don't you know it's just that bad when you just sit here and laugh instead of getting off? That was terrible.
But do you know what, Dan? I sit here and I think to myself, as a YouTuber, someone talking about football, what can I possibly say that we have not said to date? What can we possibly say where we go, well, I think what Spurs need to do is this, and we need to get back in the game doing that? We're 2-0 down, Dan, to a team that haven't had to really do anything to be 2-0 up.
Mate, I'm looking at the goals now, and don't get me wrong, that first one they hit was a good goal. Yeah, he hit that quite nicely from what I'm watching at the moment. But pass back to keeper screws it up, couldn't Popper, chips it over, and they only just missed it. Mate, they could be 3-4-0 up.
Mate, look at the end there, the last 5 minutes. Davis giving the ball away. The through balls they could have played but got wrong. And here we go. Dan, you know I like a little screenshot. Here you go. Ready? So the other night was this, okay? The other night was this. Don't forget these Ange fans want this. Do you want to see today's, Dan? Here it is. This is Tottenham's defense. Look at this.
Mate,
look at it.
This is what it's about. What people just don't get it, yeah. And this is not a fight for me, whether you're right or wrong, yeah. It was all opinionated at the start, and this is why YouTubing gets annoying as well, because we all watch the same game, but then we talk about the same goals, the same player making the same cock-ups, exactly the same goals every game. Then it goes to exactly the same manager's tactics. And then, I don't know, some people talk about Lee. It's been the same thing for 18 months now. When are people going to wake up and smell the coffee? This manager is crap. Get him out.
I mean,
that's what I've had done.
Nick, who has tuned in from his week away in... Are you allowed to say where you are, or are you worried about people coming to get you? Where are you?
I'm in Cornwall.
Everybody get to Cornwall, right? Knock on every door until you find Nick. He's had a sexy haircut as well. Nick, LB is talking about me live on his stream, laughing at me, laughing at Spurs. That's where we've got to, and I'm allowing that because he's my mate. But are you past the angry stage now, and you're at the laughing embarrassment stage, Nick? Because this is just pathetic, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even watching it. I'm watching the Liverpool West Ham game. I mean, that's not that much better, but it's just every time I'm seeing it, I'm seeing it going, oh. It's yes, it's who we are. No,
it's who you are, mate.
And I just said we're playing Forest, who've lost back to back, Dr. Tottenham, and we're going to Anfield the week after. So by the end of the month, it'll be 19 losses this season. We're fortunate enough that West Ham have arguably more difficult fixtures than us, so we might just finish above West Ham, but Wolves will be above us. But how far away? Everton were 9 points behind us, Wolves the same, Palace and that, and they're all going to be above us by the end of next week. It's absolutely madness. I mean, look, Ipswich. I guess Ipswich are winning at Chelsea as well. It just doesn't get any better, does it?
So Ipswich are beating Chelsea 2-0. Liverpool are beating West Ham 1-0. So the title's done. Lubo.
Well,
Lubo,
yes.
You back this manager. You like him. No joke. I'm just kidding, Lubo. I mean, what do we do, Lubo? What do we do? Do we just fold the club at this point? What do we do? What do we do?
Oh my God, Vicario's decided to have a bad one today, hasn't he? Jesus.
Not half. Half. Oh, I'll tell you what's good though, Lubo. The strength of Brennan Johnson when he's in one-on-one duels. He's very strong, isn't he?
Oh, that was the one time I was like screaming at Gray, stop playing safe balls. And the one time he plays that long ball down to Johnson, down the wing, Johnson loses it. I mean, just...
Mate.
Do you know what? If I stand next to him, I look like I'm built like a brick shithouse.
Where's Nick gone?
I don't know.
He's got to give his team talk. Here he is.
Hopefully.
I thought he'd gone to give the team talk at half time. Mate.
I don't look like Ange anymore, Lubo. That's why I got the haircut, so you can't even say it. Yeah, you can't even say it.
Special.
My bad. Big up through the right side. Yeah, we've got bigger fish to fry. We got big. Look, guys, if we lose this game, even if we draw this game, by the way, this is going to be 2 wins from 9. One of those wins is against AZ Alkmaar at home, and one of them is against Southampton at home, the worst ever Premier League team. But I was told when the players come back that I was told we were only losing because of injuries. This is just. I don't know what
it's just a bad. Sam, it's just a bad season, isn't it? It's just a horrendous season. Let's get it over with as quickly as possible. I think that's
right. And does anybody now question me when I say the season is done? Really? Does anyone really question that?
Well, it will be. It should be.
There's
Thursday
one
night.
word for this, Ian. There's one word for this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my sort of. It's diabolical. That is the only word that I can think of this. I mean, that ain't usually my sort of language. This is the fact that we are sitting here and laughing about this.
I'm not even angry.
Else we can do, Dan. We can't even do. Yeah, what's the point in getting angry? What's the point in worrying about it anymore? You know.
I used to sit there and watch a game, like even last season, sit there with a beer, whatever, watching the game, and we concede a goal. And I'm not saying I would, but I feel like throwing the bloody thing at the telly, like shouting at it, like literally with him, like, get your act together. Now I just watch the game and I honestly don't care. It goes in and I just laugh and say, it happens. I'm just past that point now.
That's just get him gone. Just get him out.
Mate.
He's got to. But can I ask you guys, right? I know we all want him gone. Right? I know we're playing Thursday night. Guys, I would have him out 4 p.m. today. I would get a manager. I don't care. Go and pay anyone a 3, 4, 5 million to do the last 10 games and say, do you know what? Go in there, G them up for Thursday night and get some feel-good factor in. Because this can't be good for the players either now. We're at the stage where there's no confidence. We're not playing well. They don't want to play for him. Surely now, get it done. New manager for Thursday night. Surely.
Sack him at half time. 3 months ago, I said it, and people said it was one of the most stupid things I've said. 3 months ago, we should have got rid of him and just put Southgate in there until the end of the season, because at least his style would have some bloody defence to it. And no, I don't rate him as a manager. I wouldn't want to keep him. I'd give him a 6-month contract and then say, bait potato, see you later. We should have just got rid of him and stuck Southgate or bloody Mason on there. They ain't going to do worse than that. At least Southgate would not play inverted.
No, that's right.
Give up.
Anyone. This guy is making Gareth Southgate look like Pep Guardiola. I'm at the stage where if you offer me Gareth Southgate, I'm taking it because he's that bad.
Yeah. That's why I said it 3 months ago, just because I think we could have actually pulled that one off. Because he ain't doing nothing at the moment. And people said, no way, he's worse, this and that. No, he's not. Hang
on. Did I see Phil Coys asking for a new manager in the chat? Phil, are you all right, mate? I thought you liked this football.
Phil's got to own this. Phil's been saying all year he'd keep him. Phil's owning this. Your boy Tell, again, I don't know what he does. I genuinely don't know what he does. I don't know Solanke. Guys, Lubo is hold-up play. is non-existent. It is non-existent.
It's not good. I mean, I missed the first 7 because the feed was rejected. Then I missed the last 6, so I actually had to wait for the highlights to see the goals. I did see the bit with Solanke where he just had the ball, kept it, got muscled off. I thought the shot from Tell, I mean, it was a high, ball was high, good technique. Shame. It would have been nice to see where that ball landed. But none of them. I think Maddison's probably the pick of the players, and I'll probably give him a 6.
Oh, yeah, so, I think that they've all done bad. By the way, just quickly, sorry guys, let me quickly big up to Marin Prodescu. I'm going to go with you being Romanian. I said, as a Romanian, there we go. As a Romanian Spurs fan, I didn't read the comment.
You've had an absolute
Savva. This clown isn't cutting it in the Romanian Superliga. Sack him yesterday. What are we doing? Marin, I don't get it, mate. I do not get it. He is just shocking, absolutely shocking. Thank you very much. Big up to you, Blaine, always very generous. I said, I know that as a fan, you have to endure good, bad, and indifferent, but never mind VAR killing the game and just very nearly destroyed my love of Spurs. I used to be excited. Now I'm numb. Just make it stop. End it now. Big up to you, Blaine. And Shane Bapu has said, what actually makes you think we'll win Thursday? Nothing. I haven't said we're going to win Thursday. I don't know if anyone else did, but thank you very much, Shane. Guys, just quickly, what's this going to end up?
Jesus, I still stay with 2-1.
Yeah, I said 2-1.
I started with 2-1. I'll stay with 2-1.
I don't know where we're scoring a goal from, but you know what he will do though. What's the betting that Kulu comes on for Maddison?
Yeah. What would be nice is bring on Porro and let Gray go into midfield.
Yeah.
Oh, how annoying is that?
How annoying is
that? That's really annoying.
You're only 1 above me.
What possibly am I down 4 points? Anyway, guys, look, I am going to kick you because the game's going to kick
Spurs,
off.
Mate. For supporting Spurs, that's why.
I'll see you all at full time.
After the game. See you later.
Yeah, I'm going to go 4-0. I'm going to go 4-0.
Ouch.
I think we're that. I think we are that bad. Anyway, see you later, guys.
See you guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Guys and girls in the chat, let me know what's the score going to be. What is the score going to be? Are Tottenham going to claw this back? Do you even care anymore? Does anyone even care at this stage? I genuinely don't know what to make of anything at Tottenham anymore. I genuinely don't know how anybody wants to watch this football. I just don't get it. Big up as well to Mark, who became a new channel member. Big up to you, Mark. Really appreciate you. He's always watching on my big up streams as well. So thank you very much for that. Thank you to everyone that has liked. Please do keep subscribing. There's 1,400 of you in here. If we could get a couple more, we can start going up towards the 18K. The second half has started. Sorry, I'm behind time. I'm so sorry. Let me just quickly change this. 1 second. Let me quickly get that to 46. I'm so sorry. 1 second. Let me get that to 46. I will. When it gets 46, I will press the button. So please bear with me. I got all a bit too excited. Not for watching this game, but let's go on. 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. There we go. 46 minutes. We are good to go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your likes and your subscribes and your super chats. Let's get back to the football, as it looks like it's going to be a corner to Tottenham Hotspur from what I can see. Are we going to do that thing we do where we rally for 15 minutes and then everyone thinks Ange is great? Brennan Johnson pressed, closed down, put in the ball, and then a tackle by Agbadu on Solanke. So Tottenham Hotspur have a corner kick. Archie Gray is taking the corner kicks, and that is dreadful from Archie Gray. That is dreadful from Archie Gray. That is absolutely embarrassing from a pro footballer. Sorry, I know he's young, but he's been playing football all his life. And by the way, if we lose today and then Spurs lose 3 of, oh my God, they're away again. They're away again. And thank God for a poor ball from Strand Larsen. They pressed, won the ball. They won the ball high up off Jed Spence, who's not having the best of games. And now here's Archie Gray to Brennan Johnson. Yeah, guys. So if we lose this game and then we lose 3 more, which is very possible, that will break our Premier League record. That will break our Premier League record of 19 defeats. Chelsea have pulled a goal back instantly in the second half. Chelsea have pulled one back immediately. And the goal scorer was Cucurella. So I pretty much expect them to come back into that. Sorry, I get loads of people sending me stuff. Wolves are away here, but there's good defending by Spence. Gets it to Vicario, clears it. Good defending that time by Spence. But here's Solanke, gives it to Maddison, lays it off to Archie Gray. So can you imagine if we have 20 defeats this season? Oh my gosh. I don't. Anyway, what was that by Romero? Oh my gosh. They're not playing for this manager, are they? They're really not playing for this manager. Really not. By the way, Cunha's not even on the pitch. Cunha is not even on this football pitch. Big up to each and every one of you. Thank you for sticking with me. Please smash the like button. And thank you very much to Graham Rue, who's become a channel member. Welcome, Graham. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. Thank you to all the others for their super chats as well. I really do appreciate them. And there's a lot of you in here watching now. I'm not going to give you a breakdown. I'm past the breakdown stage. I'm at the stage of how long do we have to endure this? Anyway, here's Tell, gives it to Basuma. Basuma then loses the ball. Gomez plays a ball straight away into the path of who is this? I didn't see who that was, by the way. But here's Gomez. Gomez gives it to Ait Nouri out on the left-hand side. There's more goals in this, isn't there, for Wolves if they want it? I don't know how much they need to go forward, but there's more goals in this game, aren't there? And then the ball is flicked down the line for, is this Semedo, sorry. Semedo plays a good ball into Strand Larsen, holds it up, and then Spence and Romero between them did well. And then Romero, did well there, Romero, in the end. I thought he was going to give it away. But here's Tell. Tell plays the ball back into Romero. Oh, just fold the club at this stage. Just fold the club. I'm getting sent so many screenshots of things. It's unbelievable. You see that? That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. He is a clown, isn't he? He really is a clown. Anyway, what have Tottenham got? Can we salvage any form of pride in what's been another gutless performance? A truly atrocious performance. Oh my God, yeah, Terzic is available, isn't he? Anybody, just get somebody in. Somebody whose name isn't Ange Postecoglou. Somebody whose name isn't Ange Postecoglou. Anyway. Oh, dearie me. Here's Wolves with Ait Nouri again. Here's Gomez. I think Gomez and Andre have been brilliant, other than that pass by Gomez. But I think the midfield two of Gomez and Andre have been brilliant. Wow, yeah. Just utter nonsense. Well, at least we had the Southampton win that we could all get behind. If we just remember, if you get behind the manager, you're a good fan. If you get behind the manager, then you're a good fan. Imagine liking this. Imagine wanting to watch this. Is Matt in the chat again? Oh, Matt, go away if we crash out. A serious conversation is needed. Go away. You want this. This is your manager. Don't forget, everyone. Matt wants this for another 5 years. Matt, I'm calling you out on this. Even now, people can't say Ange out. It's hilarious. It's so funny. Oh, my God. Look at that defending from Ben Davis. Oh, my gosh. We are... A serious conversation needs to be had, says Matt. Oh, my gosh. Oh, you deserve this, Matt. This is for you. You deserve results like this. You want this manager. You still think we need to give him 3 to 5 years. Oh, gosh. Anyway, here's Ait Nouri out on the left-hand side. He plays the ball back into Totti. Totti gives it to Agbadou. He gives it to Gomez. It was a good ball to Gomez, who's got options. But Gomez then gives the ball away to Archie Gray and then wins it back off him nice and easily. It's just so... Oh, I will be so happy when I see that breaking news that he's being sacked. I will be over the moon. Here's Semedo, plays the ball down the line, but Romero should cover that. Oh. Where's Cam Tinley? Where's Cam Tinley? Where's all the people that like Ange? Where are they? I bet you if we score, they'll appear. Oh, my God. Everybody's sending me now screenshots of stuff. It's mad. If you haven't subscribed, please do. By the way, Basuma and Sarr are coming off for Bergval and Bentancur. So Basuma and Sarr are off. Bergval and Bentancur on. I don't know why I find that funny. I just do. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Here is the link to subscribe. Thank you very much. There it is. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It really does help. Big up to Aaron J, who said, question, Savva, has the protest stopped Ange being sacked? I don't know, mate. I genuinely don't know. Nothing should stop this man being sacked, Aaron. It's an absolute shit show. Nothing should stop him being sacked. But you might be right. The protests might be having the negative effect. As Vicario, gets it. Oh, gosh. Oh, Vicario played it against the Wolves player. But listen, Aaron, thanks so much for the super chat. Listen, I don't know. What we can agree on, Aaron, is this guy has got to go. Emergency lot. I'm going to go full Lee Gunner on this. If Ange gets sacked, I'm going emergency. I'm going to be shameless. Emergency Lee Gunner, cigar. I'm going to put on a crown and a robe. I cannot wait for this guy to be sacked. I cannot wait. Please, Levy, do not let this guy manage another game for Tottenham Hotspur as Solanke gives away a free kick. By the way, in the other games, Chelsea 1, Ipswich 2 at the moment, Liverpool 1, West Ham 0, and of course Tottenham losing 2-0 here. I just don't get it. I don't understand what we're doing. I just don't understand it. Shot there, saved. Strand Larson got it out his feet, had a shot at the near post, saved by Vicario. It was one of the easier ones of the day. You would expect him to save it, but he still saved it, which is nice. Thank you to the 2 or 3 that did just subscribe as well. And again, look how easily in our own box. Look how easily they worked that in our own box. Just utter nonsense. Oh, mate, the champagne. I'm going to be buying champagne for everyone. Champagne for everyone when this clown goes. I don't even care if we come back or draw or win. I just hate watching us. It's crap. 2 years on the training pitch. Here's a corner kick by Wolves. It's swung in left-footed, near post, punched away by Vicario, and a foul, I think, was given there for a foul by Doherty, I think, if I saw that right. Let's have a look. Was it Doherty or I don't know who it was. Was it Strand Larson or was it Bueno? I think it was Bueno. Sorry, I think it was Bueno there. Giving away the foul. Big up to each and every one of you. I hope you are all well. Hope you are all well. Big up to Samantha Huntback. Big up to you. Not seen you in the chat before, so welcome. Why can't Vicario catch it? I don't know. I don't know. Foxy, my man Foxy's in here. Big up to you. Said I had the Wolves to win today, but has it been as comfortable? They've had to do very little. They are very comfortable. We are offering the square root of nothing. As Jed Spence does well there. As soon as I say player does well, they do something silly. But the ball is back with Vicario now. Keep subscribing, people. Let's see if we can break our record. Our record's 200 subscribers in a day. We've had 65 so far today. Let's see if we can break that record. I'd be really appreciative. There's over 1,000 of you in here. And there is the link again, which is pinned. So please, 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 if you haven't, please do subscribe. There's the ball across. And Spurs have scored out of nothing. Matisse Tell has scored out of nothing. The ball, it was a harmless ball that came across. And it looks like it was Semedo that missed it. It's all kicking off now. Semedo missed it. Tell tapped it in from a few yards. And Tottenham have pulled one back. I literally flicked away from the game for 5 seconds. Tell at the back post. Let's have a look what happened here. So Spurs played the ball down the line. Let's just check. No offsides there. Bergvall laid it in. Then the ball came across and Semedo didn't. I just thought Semedo was going to clear it. He didn't. And Spurs have got one back. And I don't even think Tell meant to shoot. It just kind of hit him and went in. So Tottenham have pulled one back. The great escape is on. Ange in again. It did kind of hit Tell by mistake, didn't it? It kind of did. So Tottenham back in it. Tottenham are back in it. Oh, are we in for a classic comeback? Here is Bentancur. Turns. What have we got in us? Can we get a draw to stop our 17th defeat of the season? Here is Romero into Maddison. He turns, lays the ball out wide to Spence. Spence gives it back to Maddison. Why do we have to go 2-0 down to play or to do anything? And then Tell gives the ball away terribly. And then Gomez passes the ball, but it hits the ref. And that stopped. It's hit the ref, and the ref stops the game. Oh, dearie me. It's all fun and games. He did, yeah, people are messaging me saying he didn't even mean it. It just hit him. But hey, I suppose when you're playing as badly as Spurs are, we'll take it. We'll take that luck. Big up to each and everyone. Classic Ange ball. Absolutely. It was Matisse Tell that got the Spurs goal. Semedo, he needs to have a word of himself. Awful defending from him. But we're back in the game. Can we salvage something out of this game? There's half an hour to go, so a long time yet. Just do we have it in us? Here is Bentancur. Lays it off to Bergvall, who's in the right back position for some reason. Bergvall's given it away terribly. Here's Gomez driving down. Gomez pulls the ball across and it's saved by Vicario. But did it go out for a corner? The rest said no, we play on. Terrible play by Bergvall there. And now here's Tell. There's a cross in. It's gone over everybody and all the way over to Gray. Here's Romero into Ben Davis. What have Spurs got? Is the character there? Here's Jed Spence. Crosses it in, blocked and cleared easily, only as far as Romero. And Wolves have got everyone behind the ball at the moment. Is this going to be Tottenham's 15 minutes in a game that we always get? Here's Maddison. Out wide to Spence. I mean, I did predict 2-2 at the beginning of the game. Will my prediction come true? Here is Tell. Whips in across. Not a good one, though. And that's cleared. And then Bentancur, he luckily there. He got tackled, but the ball did fall back to Romero. And then Romero and Bentancur between them give it away again. It's like a disease at Tottenham, isn't it? Trying to hold on to a football. Here's Strand Larsen. Plays it across. And again, Spurs are lucky that wasn't a better ball by Strand Larsen because they were in there. Here's Ait Nouri. Good skill. Done well there, Ait Nouri. Lays it back to Gomez. I think Gomez had a really good game for me. Now the ball with, is that Totti or is that Agbadou? Over to, who's that? Can't see. That's Semedo. Semedo on the right. Then they play a long ball. It's a good-looking ball, but Romero's had a mare. Romero's had a mare. It's 3-1. Romero's had a mare. I tell you what world-class. World-class Romero has had an absolute stinker. What a club we are. What an absolute nightmare. Oh, I'm embarrassed. This is embarrassment laughing. What an absolute nightmare. The ball was played back to Romero. Romero, just, oh my gosh. Let's have a look if everyone's on side. So the ball went down the line. Romero's it's hit. What's he doing? And then no one's offside. It's 3-1 to Wolves. This is Ange. This has got to be Ange's last game. We're now past the point. We're at the point where this can't go on anymore. This can't go on. This can't be what we do as a club. This is utterly shambolic. Everyone giving the ball away. No one's playing for him. No one is playing for this man. Everyone's making mistakes. Romero, Bentancur, Bergvall, Gray, all of them giving the ball away. Maddison, Vicario can't catch it. Look, we've lost the ball again in midfield. We've lost the ball again. Oh my gosh, what is happening? What is happening here? I don't know what to say. As a grown man, am I allowed to cry on screen? I don't know if it's acceptable to bawl my eyes out. I don't know if it's acceptable. Oh my God. Do you remember? Maz, do you remember? But it's the injuries. All the Reezies and the Mats, they all told us, didn't they? The Cam Tinleys, they all told us. They all told us it's the injuries. Reezy, own it, mate. You've been wrong. It's the injuries. It must be. My mate, Mike Zappa. The leaks. It's the leaks. It's the leaks. It's my fault. Let's show you this again yesterday. Remember this idiot that messaged me yesterday? Look, so it's the fans' fault. It's the fans' fault. The major problem at Spurs is the fan base, especially those on social media. It's our fault. It's our fault that we're watching this. It's our fault. It's us. It's us. It's not Ange. It's not their beloved leader. It's us. Oh, dearie me. Right. So Maddison plays the ball down the line, but Bueno cleans that up and then Sarr can clear it down the line. One in the air by the Wolves player. Then flicked on again. And this time Romero gets the ball back to Vicario. Oh, don't do that there. He scares the crap out of me, Vicario. He really does. Guys and girls, smash the like button if you haven't already. We should be on 1,000 likes. We're on 670. And please do smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Reezy, I'll say it and I'll say it and I'll say it again. I don't care if we win this Europa League. This manager has to be sacked. It is shambolic. No one is playing for him. They don't want him there. You can see it. Look at Matt. You're an idiot. Oh my God! Yes, I can't. Savva, don't do it. Savva, don't do it. Savva, don't do it. Not going to bite to that guy. He's a troll. Matt is now officially a troll. He's officially a troll. Matt, they're not playing for him. They don't want to play for him. That's why you're seeing all of these mistakes creep in. When Romero's back, though, when Van der Ven's back, when Solanke's back, oh my, do you know what? I'm at that stage, Cole, where I'm almost begrudging this man winning a trophy because he's so bad. I'm almost begrudging the easy run he is having at the moment to that final. Begrudging him. Anyway, back in the game, 68 minutes gone. It's a free kick to Tottenham. It's dead centre of goal. About 21, 22 yards out. James Maddison's going to take this. I am absolutely starving. Score update. Oh, that's the Spurs one. Yeah, sorry. Sky Sports just given me a score update. So a free kick from James Maddison. Can he whip one in? James Maddison. And that pretty much sums up Tottenham today, doesn't it? That pretty much sums up Tottenham Hotspur. I just don't know what else has to happen. DMB forever. Thank you for the super sticker. As always, my friend, I really, really do appreciate you. Thank you very much. Big up to Kobe Mead, who said, Ange in a job still should be against the law. I completely agree with you. Now, by Levy keeping this man in a job, Kobe, this is now crimes against football. It is utterly disgusting. Every Spurs fan tonight, if they want what's best for Tottenham Hotspur, should be Ange out. I'm going to say it. This is now no longer about opinions. This is now no longer about who's right and who's wrong. This can't be going on. We're just losing to everybody. We're losing to everybody. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Right, let me go back to my thing. As Spurs give away a free kick, Ben Davis, I think, is going to get a yellow card. Ben Davis being given the yellow card. Good opportunity for West Ham there to equalise. Shot a low shot. I think, was that Somerville? Low shot. Saved. And yeah, blatant foul by Ben Davis and a yellow card. By the way, sorry, there were a couple of substitutions. Cunha and Rodrigo Gomez have come on. That's who you want coming on at 3-1. Cunha, what a player he is. They're just focusing on Daniel Levy at the moment. Daniel, you know what to do, mate. You know what to do. You've got to sack him. This is 17 defeats. This is 17 defeats, unless we can find 2 goals. Here's a cross from Wolves, deep to the back post. It's gone over everyone. And I tell you what, they should have done better there, but it's gone over the bar for a goal kick. To be fair, I think they should have done much better there. I think that was Agbadou. Was it Agbadou? Let's have a look. The ball came in at the far post. It was Agbadou and Cunha kind of got in each other's way. And Spurs live to fight another day. Madness. Madness, I tell you. This is Ange's Tottenham. Don't worry. Pochettino is dead and we're loving Big Ange instead. Remember all those idiot Spurs fans that sang that? Utterly embarrassing. Anyway, here's Archie Gray. Plays the ball down the line to Brennan Johnson, who's still on the pitch somehow. Get him off. Get Mikey Moore on. Brennan Johnson's beaten a man. This is unbelievable. He beat a man. And then a low pass. Wasn't the greatest, but it's gone out for a throw. He beat a man. I kid you not. Brennan Johnson beat a man. I can't believe it. Brennan Johnson beat a man. You saw it here first. Perchy's messaged me and said, do you want some juicy stats? Yeah, I want stats. Stats, always stats, Perchy. Only the 3 teams going down have conceded more goals than Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, wow. And West Ham. And West Ham. And West Ham, I think. And West Ham, I'm pretty sure. Oh, we've lost the ball again. Wolves are in again. Wolves are in again here. It's Gomez. And it's a foul. Who's got the free kick? Spurs or Wolves? I think Wolves have won a free kick. Guys, we are awful. We are utterly awful. Utterly awful. Three 3-1. It's Vitor Pereira's done a wonderful job at Wolves, hasn't he? He's done a wonderful job at Wolves. Again, all of these people in my chat that say sacking a manager doesn't do anything. Look at Everton. Look at Wolves. Right? Look at these managers. Madness. As I said, people like Matt, the Reeseys, the Cantinleys, they deserve this. So here's Cunha from a free kick for Wolves. It's about, I don't know, what do you say, 25, maybe a bit further out. Free kick, just over the bar from Cunha. Just over the bar from Cunha. Almost feel like a 4th goal's incoming, isn't it? It's coming, isn't it? The 4th goal. Solanke goes off for Richarlison, and Kulusevski is coming on for, it doesn't really matter, for James Maddison. There it is. Kulu for James Maddison as standard. Sorry, just so I know from all the positive fans, am I just meant to say tonight, don't worry about it, it's only the league? Am I meant to just say that this is great and back the manager tonight? Or are we finally allowed to realise that we're embarrassing? Wolves have won the ball back in midfield again. I think that's Ricardo Gomez, but Bentancur's too strong for him. And then Bentancur's been horrible since he came on. Horrible. Here's Wolves again with another shot. It's blocked. Laid back into the path of, I think it was Semedo. It was. Oh my gosh. What did you lot do to deserve this? You've got to ask yourself. We are absolutely horrific. Oh, here's James Maddison. Gives it to Bergvall. He gives the ball away. I just big up to each and every one of you. Hope you're all well. Don't let this ruin your Sunday. This is now what we are at Spurs. This is now what we are. Big up to Language Angels. Thank you to the Language Angels who just chuck in a super sticker. Thank you very much. Never seen you before, but thank you. I always appreciate that. So thank you. Really do. Big up to my man Maz. Says, I want an apology. I remember when you said it doesn't matter who the manager is. I agree. It absolutely matters who the manager is. This is absolutely, it matters who the manager is. All these people who have said we're not playing like this because of Daniel Levy, by the way, people. Yeah, we shouldn't be winning league titles with what Levy's doing, but gee, this is not, we're not playing like this because of Daniel Levy. He needs to sack him, though. That's why he's down in my estimations right this second. I've got a long list of things I want to talk to Levy about. But number one, I want to talk to him about, why aren't you sacking anyone? By the way, Bentancur has been horrible since he came on. Wolves are on the counter-attack again. Here they are. The ball's been laid off to Cunha. We've got bodies back now. Romero did well that time to get his foot across. Good defending that time by Romero. Now Bergvall sprays it out to Tell, who, other than the ball hitting him for the goal, has done absolutely nothing as normal. A normal Matisse Tell performance. Mate, Michael, we've got to have done something wrong to deserve this. We've got to have done something wrong. 78 minutes gone. It's a goal kick to Wolves, and the substitutions have changed nothing. We're still playing the same way. You know, get Brennan Johnson off. Get Mikey Moore on now. Surely. Surely. Dave, absolutely. Absolutely, buddy. We should be, right now after this game, we should all be watching Sky Sports going, he's going to get the sack. But we won't be. We won't be. And I've never known anything like it. Every time Wolves come forward, they look dangerous at the moment. Great play by Gomez. Then a foul given away by Kulusevski. He's been brilliant today, hasn't he? Gomez in midfield has been brilliant today. By the way, Chelsea are still losing 2-1 in their game. Ange just did this with his hands. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But at least they're not in his pocket. It's the football gods. Of course it is. It's the football gods. Love it. Absolutely love it. This is mad. Thank you to everyone that's liked and subscribed. Very generous today. Vicario claims that free kick. He rolls it out to Kulu. And Kulu, no, he's not going to get there. He can't run. Kulu can't run, unfortunately. So if he's in a foot race with anyone, he's going to come second, isn't he? Now Sarr dinks the ball over to, they've played that well. Cunha now goes down the line. Good ball by Cunha. He's going to get he's going to go again. Cunha, he's in here. He's laid it off. And Romero can get there, but Romero's had a mare, giving it away. Here's Gomez with a shot wide. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Romero. What was he doing? I mean, if this is what we're planning on doing at Frankfurt on Thursday night, we might as well forfeit. Utter madness. Just utter madness. Keep smashing the like button, people. Keep smashing that like button. We should be on 1,000 likes, and we're not yet. Anyway, Chelsea have equalised, by the way. Chelsea have equalised. They pulled it back at the bridge. The goal on 80 minutes by Jadon Sancho. So Chelsea have pulled it back. So Chelsea are 2-2. West Ham have had a few chances, by the way, as well. Every time I look up, West Ham are giving it a good go. But here's Bergvall. Gives it to Spence. We've got 8.5-ish minutes plus stoppage time for them to put us out our misery. They're going to score on a counter-attack in a minute, I'm telling you. We are so bad. There's the through ball, nearly got through. And again, we are so easy to cut through, aren't we? Here's Brennan Johnson, lays it off to Richarlison, who gives the... Oh my... Lord, I'm sorry for whatever I've done in a past life. Please, I am sorry. I am sorry. I will start going to church. I'm not even religious. I will start going to church if Ange gets sacked. There's a throw into Wolves. 82 minutes gone. Wolves 3, Tottenham 1. They're going to bring on Chan here. I think it's going to be Gomez. Looks like Gomez is going off. He doesn't look happy about it. But Gomez is going off. In the last 15 games, only the bottom 3 have got less points than Spurs. Here's Bergval out to Tell. Have Spurs got one last fight in them? Good ball by Tell to Spence, but his cross is blocked and it's a corner kick for Spurs. I just can't get excited by anything with this club anymore. I just can't. Here's a corner kick, whipped in, headed back across goal, headed in. Is it in? Spurs have got a second. We've clawed one back. Richarlison with a header. I can't even get excited by it. I can't. It's just we're so bad. I can't get excited by it. The save was, the corner came in. It was headed back across. Sars saved it, but he's parried it straight into Richarlison. It's hit him and gone in. And we've given ourselves a lifeline. We've given ourselves a lifeline here. Oh, sorry, it didn't. He didn't save it. It's hit the bar. Sorry. Let's have a look. The ball came across. Davis headed it back. Romero headed it against the bar. It's come off the bar. And Richarlison couldn't miss for a header from about 2 yards. So Tottenham have got one back. 3-2 to make the scoreline look respectable. And there's 5 minutes left. What have we got? Have we got it in us to find an equaliser? Have we got it in us? I mean, does it even matter at this stage? Does it even matter? Let's see. 85 minutes gone. Headed clear by Spurs, but here's Cunha. Laid the ball off. And I tell you what, he slipped as he was about to shoot. Luckily for Spurs, he slipped as he was about to shoot. I tell you what, we've been very lucky today that it's not more. It's very lucky. And by the way, West Ham have equalised at Anfield. West Ham have equalised an own goal, a comical own goal, by the way, between Robertson and Van Dijk. A comical own goal. So Cunha slipped the ball into, I think it might have been Gomez. Hang on, they're through. 4-1. 4-1 to Spurs, 4-2 to Wolves. Cunha has scored, and all is normal again. Oh, we are fucking atrocious, aren't we? Sorry, I looked over from the Liverpool game, and I just saw Cunha bearing down on goal. Bearing down on goal. And I think this might have been a Bergval mistake. I haven't seen it, but Bergval was bashing the floor. Let's have a look at this. So the ball went into, here we go. It's a free kick. Bentancur took it, gave it to Johnson, back to Bentancur. He gave it to Davis. Davis gave it to Bergval. And then Bergval got dispossessed. Cunha ran through. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We're just calamity. And we've conceded 4 goals away from home. This is just mental. 4-2 to Wolves. Tottenham Hotspur never, ever change. Never, ever change, Tottenham Hotspur. Just don't do it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We are 2 points off 17th. 2 points off 17th, people. It's just horrible. It's just horrible to watch. Cunha comes on, bearing down on goal. No mistake, bottom corner. Ange, arms folded. Get out, mate. You're a fraud. You're an absolute fraud. When is enough enough? When is enough enough? I just don't know when enough is enough. Yeah, we can't even do that today at the moment. We can't even do the old the lost by 1 goal trophy. But we can do this. Please, 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 please sack me. Guys and girls, thank you very much for all the likes, all the subscribers today. Here's Tottenham coming forward again. 4-2. The ball's gone to Matisse Tell. Matisse Tell crosses it in, but it's a poor cross and it's headed away. And now Wolves are on the counter-attack again, are they? No, Archie Gray mopped that up. And Liverpool have scored. It's Liverpool 2-1. Van Dijk makes up for his own goal with a header. How often do we see that? Here's Tell, left-hand side, plays in Spence, easily defended, but Spence wins it back, and then between him and Tell, they lose the ball again. Oh, dearie me. Dearie, dearie me. What sort of nonsense is Ange going to come out with today? What do we reckon? Guys and girls in the chat, everybody, what do we reckon? I'm going to go with tired. We're tired from Thursday. Maybe the grass was too green. I'm going to go with the players didn't get enough sleep last night. Look at the Wolves fans singing Pereira's name. Pereira's giving it this to them. And look at our manager. Tut, 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 tut. Oh, dearie me. So there's 4 minutes left. Four minutes of injury time. We've got 3.5 of them to go. As it stands, just a very, very embarrassing away defeat yet again. Yet again. Everything's comedy at this club. Everything is comedy at this football club. None of the players have been coached. There's no tactics. There's nothing. There's just nothing there. Just nothing there. I just don't know. You look at our goals today. One's hit Tell, and the other one 2 yards out from a header. It's hit the butt. What is this football? What is this? The Spurs win a free kick in the 92nd minute of the game. We've won a free kick to the left of the penalty area. Deary me. Deary, deary me. So Bergval's going to take the free kick. So Bergval whips it in, straight at the Wolves player, then flicked in again by Bentancur, but lost. One back by Jed Spence, gives it back to Bergval. Bergval lays it back to Bentancur, who's been truly atrocious since he came on, by the way. I actually think the midfield two made it worse when they came on. Bergval and Bentancur have been atrocious since they came on. Here is Bergval. Here's Bentancur. Back to Ben Davies. There's a minute and 15 left. Put us out our misery. And here's Dejan Kulusevski. Plays a ball. Cleared easily by Wolves. Andre does really well. He's done really well today. And there's a ball down the line. Andre's not got the legs to get there, but Jed Spence will. And we've got 60 seconds left to endure this absolute crap. "30 seconds of the game to go. Please blow the whistle, ref. This is just embarrassing at this stage. Please blow the whistle." Here's Ben Davies into Romero. That's what I said. Winning the Europa League does not make up for 17 league defeats for me. Not saying we're going to win it, but Spence plays the ball down the line to Tell, but it's cleared. And the 94 minutes are up. Spurs have got a corner, but the 94 minutes are up. We are going to lose this game. So add Wolves to another team that Ange Postecoglou just can't beat. There is, I think, is that the full-time whistle? I don't know yet. I think that's the full-time whistle. The game is over. Thank God the game is over. Really, 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 really poor. I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore, guys. I don't know. I don't know why anyone is Angin. I don't know why anyone is Angin. Thank you very much, by the way, to Anthony Clark with another super sticker. Thank you. Really appreciate that, my man. Let me stop the clock, sorry, on this game. Anthony Clark, thank you very much. I really do appreciate you as always. Shane Bapu, thank you. He's coming again and said, "Oh my God, your next 6 games, start praying, go to church." Yeah. Look, Dan, the only thing I can say is thank God that is over. That was one of the worst watches I've ever seen as a Spurs supporter. Dan?
What do you want me to say?
I thought you'd frozen.
No. Savva, can I say what I really want to say? And
Please.
certain words I won't use.
Please, go for it. The floor is yours.
But I will swear, but there's certain ones I won't.
Go for it.
Get this fucking dickhead out of this club, please. Anyone who is sitting there defending this absolute fucking clown, wake up and smell the coffee. If you defend that, if you can defend this prick because he's our manager and that, you might as well have your best mate come in your house, sleep with your wife 3 or 4 times, and then turn around and say, "But he was drunk, he wouldn't usually do it." Honestly, get this prick out this club. Sorry, I don't usually get loud, yeah? I'll get him out, mate. Get this thing out.
Here you go. I'm going to do a poll. Let's do a poll. No, that's a Q&A. 1 second. Mate, I just... There you go. I've took the poll. Sack Ange tonight. Yes or no? Dan, I said it half time. I don't care that we're playing in Europe on Thursday night. This manager does not deserve to take that game. This manager, we need to sack him. Somebody comes in, pumps some feel-good factor for the week with the players, gets them smiling, gets them laughing. And because, Dan, at the moment, I don't want Tottenham to win the Europa League. I know that sounds awful. I do not want this manager at the club. At the moment, sack him, then go and win the Europa League with another manager. This guy has killed Tottenham Hotspur as we know it. This is one of the look at some of these things here, Dan. Right? So, hang on. Did I add these over later? Sorry, 1 second. Where are we? There we go. Here we go. Come on, quicker. This is what it is. Ange's cult of Spurs. It's Ange's cult of Spurs, right? Have a look at this. This is the last 15 games in the Premier League. This is the form table. Only the bottom three are below us, Dan. Mate. West Ham, Man United, Chelsea. Look at Everton. Wolves.
And didn't I warn everyone, about 6 or 7 months ago that we could be in for a relegation battle here unless these other 3 teams stay as bad as they are? And plenty of people totally disagreed. You ain't got a clue in that. There was only about 3 of you that agreed with me. If it weren't for them bottom 3, we would be gone. We would be in the Championship. Fact. Well, I know I can't really say fact because it hasn't happened, but 99.9.9%. Get this clown out. Honestly, if anyone can defend him, I just don't understand. I don't get it, let alone understand it. Just get this idiot out. Okay, the players weren't great today. I get that, but you can just totally tell they're done. They've had enough. They
don't want him here. You can see it a mile off. They don't want him here. None of them are concentrating. None of them want to play this style. We look what we've had. We're blaming VAR, right? We're talking about leaks. We're blaming injuries, players, manager. The whole club is rotten from top to bottom. And then that is the performance we go and put in. That is the performance we put in, Dan. People still want him in, Lubo. People want this manager at this football club. I've never known anything like it. I don't know what to do. Look at this. Look at this.
I give Ange one more.
I'm going to call it. Look at this clown.
That's got to be a troll. That's got to be a troll. Anyone now saying you've got to give him more time, they're just trolling. Just ignore it. Except Matt, who I think genuinely believes it. And I've actually stuck up for him once or twice. Mate, wake up and smell the coffee.
Look, it's all been defensive mistakes, not on Ange. But, guys, we can't keep doing this every week. You don't lose 17 games, Lubo, in a season.
No.
Right?
No. Listen, you know what I think about Ange is the worst manager I've ever seen, ever.
Yeah.
And this basically completes my first 60 years as a fan of watching Spurs, because it was 60 years this Wednesday. So great anniversary present that was. What I will say, Sav, is that if I was any manager looking at the mistakes that have cost us 4 goals, I'd be pulling my hair out if I had any, because they were dreadful mistakes by the players. Vicario 2. Romero and Bergveld. They were shocking.
Lubo, I agree, but Lubo, when they're all doing it, something ain't right. Like, do you know what? Sometimes you go, so and so had a bad day today. Today, Bergveld was utterly awful when he came on. Bentancur, when he came on, was disgusting. Romero was awful. Davis was awful. They're all making mistakes, all of them. We're not set up well. We're not coached.
No.
We're not drilled. There's no defensive shape. And again,
where you see the shape, I noticed Sav, where you saw the shape, where Romero lost the ball for the third goal. If we played a regular back four, then Spence would have been back level, and the guy wouldn't have had a free run onto the ball. But that's down to Romero, not down to Spence being there because of the system. That Romero should have just cleared it. End of. Finished. Put it into touch. Put it away for a corner. Play the way you're facing. Whatever you do, you play the way you're facing. Whatever that needs, you do. And he just took his eye off the ball, didn't he? Loss of concentration. The guy was in. Just shocking. I mean, we came back twice and brought them back in. Gave them a 2-goal lead twice. This is the season. This is the season we're having. It's just dreadful. It's 17 defeats in 32 now. I mean, it's horrendous. It's just horrendous.
17 in 32. And look, let me show you this. This just cracks me up. So look, again, this was during the game, so this is worse since. Tottenham have lost every away game this season in the Premier League when conceding an opening goal, and Spurs have also failed to win any of their last 10 matches when conceding first in the Premier League. That now means, guys, that's 2 wins from our last 9 games. Southampton and Alkmaar, right? Southampton and Alkmaar. Everyone's fit. Everyone's back.
The sad thing is, Sav, that none of us expected to win today, did we?
No, but I didn't expect.
That's where we are. That's where we are as a team. I got it half right at 2-1. Just.
What did I say? I said 4-0. I said 4-0, but
I thought 2-2. Ian, I said the other night, we are now at a point where we are that low, where we now turn around and say we should be beating Southampton. We should beat Leicester. We should beat Wolves. We shouldn't be saying that. We should be saying that with a bit of confidence. Like, okay, we know things happen in football and you can't say a fact, but yeah, I'm sure we'll beat them. We've gone to the stage now where literally, even in a game like that, or even at a game at Southampton, you're saying should.
I mean, you can now see, Dan, you can now see Frankfurt away, Forest at home. Yeah, absolutely. Frankfurt away, Forest at home, Liverpool away, West Ham away. You can see Palace at home. I mean, there's 5 games. Villa away, 6. I mean, quite easily lose the next 6 games. Brighton at home, maybe. We could lose every game this season. Seriously.
I mean, look at who we've got next. I mean, Liverpool, if we ain't getting nothing out of that, we never bloody do at Anfield. Forest, the way they've been playing, they're going to annihilate us. Who else have we got? I can't even remember.
West Ham, Palace, Villa, and Brighton.
And West Ham will 8 times out of 10 turn up against us, and they will be there for the fight because they want to. They will be there for the fight because they want to embarrass us that much more.
Yeah.
But let's have a look, right? Welcome, Alex. Let's have a look. Have a look at the loss column, right? 17 defeats, right? Now, that is more than West Ham. The only teams that have more defeats than Tottenham are the bottom 3. We have double the amount of defeats of Brighton, nearly double the amount of Fulham and Newcastle. Palace have lost 7 games less than us. Guys, look at the number of goals. We've conceded 49 goals. We have conceded 49 goals in the Premier League. We're on course to concede what we conceded last year, which, if I'm not wrong, was 60...
61?
Is it 61? 61.
61 or 63.
61, I've got it in front of me. We conceded 61. We could easily concede another 12 goals in our last 6 games.
Yeah.
Guys, I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. It does not matter who is fit, who is injured. It is the manager and the tactics and the setup. The players can't play it, don't want to play it, whatever it is. He has to go tonight. I want to see, selfishly, live during the Spurs review tonight, I want to see a yellow bar saying Tottenham sack Ange Postecoglou.
There is only one Zab, I hold one person responsible. Every week we watch this shit and Levy sits there on his backside doing nothing. Nothing. He could pull
Ian.
He could pull the
mate.
trigger. He could pull the trigger at any time. And he leaves this guy in charge every week. He is to blame because he has the power to stop this nonsense. And he chooses not to. He is firmly to blame.
I'm sorry, Ian. No. No. And I ain't a Levy in man yet, not at all.
No.
But when it comes down to it, I get it.
Come out and say he's Levy in live on
Levy employed him and all that. I get that crap, yeah. But what he's gone and done is what so many fans asked for. He gave a manager who plays attacking football. Well, says he plays attacking football.
No,
but
Dan,
they say he
does. Savva's not saying actual attacking football. He's just saying fans are saying attacking football.
So many fans are still saying attacking football.
I get it.
I know. I'm frustrated as well. I know it's frustrated as well.
He spent the money on him. He's stuck by a manager through thick and thin, even when it goes up shit street. How many fans asked for that? He can actually turn around and say he's pretty much done what fans asked him to do. Now, I ain't no Levy defender. I can't stand him yet. And yeah, he should have sacked this fella a while ago. But Levy does not control what happens on that pitch. He does not say the tactics. He does not go and make the subs. He don't do that, yeah? Yes, he sits up there laughing and he can do that. This crap on this pitch at this minute is down to the manager.
Dan, you know as well as I know that Ange plays one way and won't change. So if you can see in January that he's playing the same way and it's not working, then you know that week after week after week, match after match after match, it's not going to work and we're going to lose far more than we win.
I get it.
So for that reason alone, if he had a manager who could adapt, who could change, who was trying different things, you could say, the guy's having a go. He's going to change. He's going to do his best. He's going to play around with systems. And as a chairman, it's then a choice of saying, fine, and you carry on because I can see you're trying different things. But when you can see someone is doing the wrong thing and they won't change, in September, October, November, right the way through, and you know it's not going to change, then it's down to you and you alone because you could have stopped this nonsense. He could have stopped this nonsense.
But what was 60-70% of fans saying? Even if our manager does diabolical, stick by him.
I think they changed. Dan, I think the majority of fans are just sick of and fed up with this now.
Yeah, and it's taken us to lose about 17 bloody games for them to do it.
Well,
he's actually gone and done.
I don't think Dan,
and I don't defend him.
No,
Dan. I'm going to say this right now, Dan.
Alex, I don't hear the fans singing his name anymore.
Yeah, I know, but Dan, I've got to be honest, Dan. I don't see this changing anytime soon, though, because I think the next manager. I think you set it up perfectly. As soon as the next manager comes in, if he does something different, you'll have half the fan base on board straight away. Like they did with Nuno, like they did with Mourinho, like they did with Conte. I just don't see. I don't see it. I've got to that point now, right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I think the only thing that I'm fascinated by with this manager at the moment, that he's getting a lot of defending at the moment. A lot of defensive fans are defending him at the moment. They're finding any sort of thing to defend him. You know what I mean? I just saw a video on one other channel with two fans going at each other. One fan going at that was on the panel going at somebody who's an Ange fan. He says, "Well, just be positive." You know what I mean? And just for me, like, I just don't know what else to say, really. You know what I mean? I don't think this is about winning anymore for me. This is not even about winning. This is about where we're going as a club going forward long term right now because I don't know where we're going at the moment. I don't know where we're going. I really don't understand it anymore. I don't get it.
I can't remember, Dan. Alex, apart from the relegation year, I can't remember a worse year.
I understand it as well. Like I don't understand where we're going anymore. I've got no idea. And someone needs to tell me because I don't understand. That's why I was saying when this Vinay thing came out about the CEO, I said I've got no idea. I've got no idea because what does it mean? What does it mean? You know what I mean? Because like today again, you see Burval doing what he's doing, but then he does what he done for the goal that we let in. Romero, absolutely awful. I mean, Van Nouri, if he's promoting himself to try and get a move to Tottenham, he's done it today, didn't he? He did it today, didn't he? You know what I mean? Cunha came on, showing exactly what a striker should be doing. That striker they had up front, I forgot his name now, that scored the goal. Proper striker. I mean, where did they get him from?
17.
Where did they get him from?
Strand Larsen?
Yeah, Strand Larsen, yeah. Where did they get him from? And we didn't make a big deal about him, didn't we? You know what I mean? I'm taking Gomez all day long. I am taking Gomez all day long in that midfield. I will take him all day long, that pit ball. I will take him all day long. Yeah? Because that guy runs for everything. He runs for absolutely everything, that man in midfield. You know what I mean? And so it's just an absolute joke, the whole thing for me. And if I hear another word about Archie Gray, I'm going to go flipping mad. I swear, I can't be asked with that Archie Gray anymore. I can't do Archie Gray.
Sorry, what's he got to do with today?
I love you, Ian, but I can't do Archie Gray anymore.
Can't blame him for today.
Before Lubo bites, let me get some super chats. By the way, guys, there are 1,600 of you in the chat. Strand Larsen came from Real Betis, by the way. There are 1,600 of you in the chat. We should be on over 1,000 likes. We're only on 850. Please smash that like button. Please do subscribe as well. Subscribe to Box Office as well and to the Hotspur Hood. We should be getting another 50, 60 subs out of 1,600 people in here watching right now. Jerome has said, sack Ange, but get those players out as well. I'm sick of these stupid mistakes. 4 goals, all mistakes. But Jerome, what I will say is, look at Wolves when they bought in Vitor Pereira. Look how bad they were. Look at their football. Look at all the mistakes they were making. They're not doing that now. Look at Everton. Look how bad they were. Look at the mistakes they were making. They're now coached and they're now organised. And all of a sudden, all the players that we say are crap suddenly look like good footballers, right? Romero's not that bad, what we saw today. I know I get on at him. That's not Romero. That's not Bergval. That's not Bentancur. We've seen them play. This is not their normal game. But big up to you. Thank you, Jerome. AJ said, for F's sake, stop this madness. Get this totally inept so-called manager out tonight. Boom. Get this manager out tonight now. By 4:30, I want Levy to come out on camera and say, I'm sacking him. He is shit. And do you know what? I'll be Levy in for a year if he did that.
He goes and does that, I will literally chant his name for 30 seconds.
There you go. I've said to him,
never in a million years.
Hang on.
Never in a million years.
If Daniel Levy sacks him tonight, I will buy 3 Tottenham shirts with Daniel Levy on the back and give them away. If Daniel Levy sacks him tonight, I will do that. That is how much I hate this manager being at my football club. Our football club. Big up to you, AJ. Really appreciate that. Arcus has said Redknapp in tomorrow. Oh, my God, yes. Ring up Harry. Say, Harry, come in. You got 6 league games, a Europa League game. The fans would love it. Immediately, everyone will be smiling again. Harry, please, Harry Redknapp. Big up to you. Levi, not Levy. I think Levi. Don't worry, Lubo. Has said, who tells the keeper and defenders mids to piss about at the back? Who's is mostly responsible for these individual areas? And get him out now. Agreed. Everything we do is slow and ponderous at the back. They keep trying to play out. They keep getting caught. Bang on, Levi. Thank you very, very much. And then the last super chat for the moment is from my mate Aris. Big up to you, my man. Thank you very much. I really, really do appreciate you. Guys, can we just... Mistakes, yes. We've had injuries, yes. But is it just me, or is it actually worse now that everyone's back? Like, I'm seeing people saying, last couple of games, you can start to see we're playing again. I can't see it. I think we look absolutely shot.
You know what?
Nothing's
You can't
changed.
say that. I didn't look at it like we actually look worse. We're meant to be playing. I mean, Angie's style to come in and what his style was meant to be was straight forward attacking football. This lot on here about as straight as a bloody roundabout. I just get this idiot out, please.
Today was no different to any other week, apart from the fact that we made more key unforced errors today. Because we haven't conceded 4 too many times this season. So and every time we made a mistake, it was punished. So I mean, it could have been worse. He gave the ball away first few minutes, didn't he, Vicario? Could have been 5 quite easily. So,
but it's another game, Lubo, where we started and they're not up for it. It's another game where we started slowly, conceded, and just looked sloppy. I don't know what has to happen. We saw it against Frankfurt midweek. We started the game and no one had told them that this is a European quarterfinal. So you've got to get to the stage where you're going, well, the manager's clearly not getting it out of them.
He hasn't got them fired up, has he?
He's not got them playing.
When that bell goes for the players to go out, they're not fired up. That is the manager.
No.
Fired up, he might as well chuck
I don't think it's.
I do agree, though. I must tell you, guys, I do agree with. I think it was Danny Murphy was saying that as an ex-professional, he said, "You're playing a European quarter-final." He said, "If you can't get self-motivated, then you shouldn't be out there."
I don't think it's anything about motivation, though. I don't think it's about anything about motivation, though. I think it's just the way we are. I think we're just a moments team. We've always been a moments team from the very get-go. It's just that at the beginning we were showing something that we never did before. And Dan, I'm going back to what you said at the beginning because you're the one that said it first. All he needs to do is play the ball forward, and he got half a fan base on board because we've never seen attacking football like that before. You know what I mean? Because we had, I don't want to say have a go at Conte and Mourinho, even though I wasn't a fan of both of them. But I honestly don't think we've been. It's about passion anymore. I think they've got passion. I just think at the moment the tactics are just not working to what they're doing at the moment. Because I'll go back to what I said about some of the players like Bentancur, that reject from Juventus. I still call him a reject from Juventus. But Basuma, Romero, when they go to the international place, and I know internationals are not great. I know, because I'm not great fascinated by it. But they are playing well. They have a good game. Even Tell for under 21s had a good game. So there comes a point where you're sitting there thinking, why are they having a good game for the internationals teams, but they're coming to Tottenham and doing absolutely nothing? You get what I'm saying? Or am I talking crap?
No, I said that about Tell in the French under 21s. He looked a player. What was he? I missed the goal today. I missed the goal. What was the goal like he scored today?
The cross came in.
Yeah,
didn't actually look like there was any harm. Semedo looked like he was going to clear it, missed it, and then it hit Tell and went in. I don't even think he took a shot, did he? I think
he didn't. I think that was Semedo's fault. That was Semedo's fault, to be honest. You should have dealt with it.
I read that Bergvall was involved in that.
Yeah, it was. He made the run forward. He got the ball, someone passed it through, and he went and made a run forward, then put the ball through to Johnson, and then he just put a fast cross into. To be fair to Johnson, he did well with the cross, but really, Sonedo should have dealt with that. That was down really to negligence on Sonedo and Wolves, to be honest with you, because really, to be honest with you, Wolves should have really sounding out the game straight to the end, to be honest with you. But I think that's what we are. If it's an end-to-end game, we're very, very good. When it comes down to control, this is where the issue is. This is where the issue is for me. You know what I mean? And this is where we don't learn. And this is where difference between Glasner, why everyone's starting to talk about Glasner now, and Eddie Howe. I hope he's getting. I hope he recovers. By the way, today, because I know he's not. I know he's not at Newcastle because he's ill. So I hope he recovers. Was it? I forgot his name now. Silva from Fulham. Are they learning? Is he learning? And the thing is, the answer is no. He's not learning. He ain't learning, Ange. You know what I mean? Even Pep Guardiola right now is learning. You get what I'm saying? He's learning from his mistakes.
Alex, Ange won't change, and that's why I blame Levy, because he knows he won't change, and he's watched the season get worse and worse and worse, and he's done nothing about it.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that, Ian. But I'm fed up with talking about Levy now. That's how bad it is now.
Majority, I'd say about 60-65% of Spurs fans ask for this. Didn't they ask for, Dan? Even if our manager is doing that poor, you stick by him through thick and thin. Majority of Spurs fans ask for this. So bloody
he's got to act like a leader. Levy's got to act like a leader.
Right, so what do you want him to do?
And he's not. And he's not.
Right.
You cannot, Dan, because he has been too quick on the trigger previously. You can't turn around and say this geezer is the worst of the lots, but I'm going to give him a chance. That's nonsense. I mean, what
maybe to me and you,
got?
But Spurs fans asked for this. Spurs fans asked for this so-called attacking football. Spurs fans asked for the 300 million on a player. Spurs fans said, majority, when I done this, when he first came into the club, even when it goes tits up, because it's going to be a bouncy bloody ride, you stick by this man through thick and thin. Majority. They're getting what they asked for. Just because a couple of us can smell up and wait the bloody coffee 18 months to nearly 2 years ago when he started, more than half the fan base are still defending him, and they're happy that Levy is backing him up. Levy has actually done what a majority of Spurs fans were begging him to do. And this is why, in this aspect, I ain't defending him. It might sound like I am, but I'm just saying to a lot of Spurs fans, you got what you asked for. Enjoy it.
Do you know what? Okay. I agree, but that still doesn't change the fact that it's got so bad, Dan, that at what point, like, what is the cutoff? And I'm sorry, I'm not going to hear because of Europe. We've played nobody. We could have had anybody in charge in this European competition and still been in the quarterfinals. This isn't some brilliant, mesmerizing European run we've had. We've not beaten Roma. Like, if you had said today, Spurs are in the quarterfinals, we've beaten Roma, we've beaten Bilbao, you go, fair play. We've beaten Elfsborg, Ferencváros. Yeah, we've beaten Karabag, Hoffenheim. This is not a reason to keep a manager in a club. It's madness. So that is where I do agree, Lubo, that it is on Levy. But I've never. Why hasn't he pulled the trigger?
I don't know what he's doing.
I totally get it, Savva, and I'll make you right, and I'll make Ian right.
I agree with what you're saying, Dan. I get what you're saying.
But this is not. This is what easily. I can't give the exact percent, but this is what a high majority of Spurs fans wanted Levy to do. He has actually gone and done.
You want to lose games. You like this manager, Reezy. You and others want this manager. You like this football. You like seeing 17 defeats. I mean, 17. Guys,
let's have a look. 22 this season we've lost altogether.
Let's get rid of that screen. Right? Look, let's have a look at this. Here we go. Sorry, 1 second. Present, share screen. This is
3, 4, 21, Dan. I think it's 21 now. Hang on. No, you've got 3 in Europe. You've got, what was it, 3? No, 2 in Europe. 3. We lost to Galatasaray in the group stages. We lost to Alkmaar in the first leg. Is 2. We lost to Liverpool in the League Cup and Villa in the FA Cup. So there's 4-21.
Right. Let me ask you for a question, yeah? I mean, it's a random question. I know we can't give it exactly, yeah? But let's just try and, on a percentage, how many Spurs fans would you say are Ange out, on the fence, or Ange in? It's purely opinionated.
I still think it's only about 30% Ange out.
No,
because
I think it's 60-20-20 personally.
It's not. Do you know how I know it's not 60% out? Right? Because of the amount of abuse. You watch anyone who says Ange out, watch how much abuse they get on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. It is madness. Now, forget most of the people that watch me will probably be Ange out by this stage, right? Either that or they're here for the meltdowns, right? But Lubo, the number of people, if I put a post up on TikTok, I just get hundreds and hundreds of replies going, this isn't the manager, this is on Levy, this is... They like it. They truly believe with better players, this manager will succeed and win titles. Our fan base is dumb.
It's staggering. The whole thing's...
The other point of it is, so if it goes with what you're saying, Savva, because I'm more with you on this one, I wouldn't quite say... I still think there's a high amount that I think it's more 40-40-20 sort of thing, yeah? So really, Levy is still giving what 40% of the fans want, and that is by sticking by this manager. Why he is doing it, don't ask me. He should be gone. But the argument I give with it is this is what a majority asked for.
But so there comes a point, Dan.
I know this. I'm talking about fans in general, Ian. They will still defend him. I mean, they still defend Daniel Levy no matter what. But they are still defending Ange. They are still defending some of those players. So do you know what? Enjoy it, people. This is what a majority of Spurs fans asked for. Make me wrong.
Right, but at the end of the day, the fans don't have any control over this. And at what point does Levy actually say, at what point should he have said, I've now given him a chance here. Hang on. We've had a really poor end to the season. And it's carried on this year. So at what point,
it's not going to do it though, Ian, though, mate, because Alex, like I said before,
Alex Poch from the Burnley game on February the 23rd, Poch had a really bad run in from Feb 23rd to the end of the season. It then carried on the following season. Yeah, and I think we were 12th with 12 points from 10 games, and I think it was November the 14th. He got rid of Poch. Now we are what's today? April the 13th. So he's had an extra 5 months.
Yeah, I know that, but the difference is there
with the same sort of results.
You know what the difference is with Poch, and I don't really like to go back to this because I feel like I'm just an ex-girlfriend.
No,
it's an
Alex,
ex-girlfriend.
the difference is Poch took him to a European final.
Yeah, but also, you know what else? You know what else? You know what else? You know what else? Poch warned us about what was going to happen, and that a couple of seasons down the line, and also on this, which makes me why I don't like this manager even more, and why I would never back a manager until I see something. Right? Poch he was at Wembley for 2 seasons. 2 seasons. Yeah. One season didn't pay anything. Yes, that may be honest because Poch wasn't innocent in the whole thing, but Poch had a lot more against him than this manager has right now. Right? A lot more. Right? So I just don't want it. I don't like going back there because I can't be. I need new memories now. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Right? But
the 2 seasons were at Wembley, Alex.
People forget that. People forget that about Poch. Like a lot of things he was dealing with, a lot of things, and he didn't moan. He did not moan. The only time he started saying after the first season at Wembley, he said, "No, we've got to change things here. We've got to change things here because there's only so much I can do now."
And we finished 3rd that year as well.
Exactly.
Wembley.
And I don't care whatever anybody says to me about the teams, or they kind of went downhill. He did a lot more. He did a lot with some players that he didn't even want. He didn't even want. Yeah. So I'm not hearing this. You know what I mean?
Do you know,
yeah. So
look, can we? The other joke, Ian, is sorry. Go on, Savva. Sorry.
I was just going to say, look, I mean, if we actually look, so this is our seasons, right? And you know, you're thinking to yourself, last year, right? 12 defeats isn't the worst thing in the world, but to have 5 more than that already with 6 games left to go, right? And again, when did we last have 17 defeats? Let's have a look. When did we last look at it? Look, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There.
Was it 2004?
Look at that.
2004, Sav?
Yeah. 0304, 19 defeats. If this man loses 3 more games, which well and truly could happen, this is going to be the worst number of defeats ever in a Premier League season, right? We're 2 away from equaling the number of defeats, which is 19, which we've done twice, in 94 and 2004. You have to go back to 91, 92 to when we lost 20 games, but that was in a 42 game season.
And we lost 21 the year we got relegated, and that takes you back to 77.
So, guys, at what point, Daniel Levy? This is why I agree with what you're all saying, right? But for love nor money, I cannot understand how Daniel Levy is sitting in there every game. They focus on him when we're losing, and he's sitting there like this. He's got no facial expressions. But this is a man with a track record of sacking.
Can I ask, guys?
Where is my Daniel Levy?
At what point? Can I ask a question, guys? If he's got the hump because people blamed him because he's been trigger happy, at what point this season do we think he should have said, right, you know what? I really have given him a chance.
He should have done it. He should have done it in November. He should have done it in November.
This is now getting worse.
I know. He should have done it in November. Graham Potter was available then.
Yeah.
Graham Potter was available then. I would have taken him.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I would have taken Graham Potter had taken some time up. Huh?
I said that and got grilled for that, same as you.
No, but I would have taken Graham Potter because the reason why I've taken Graham Potter, he's doing the same thing that Eddie Howe did before the Newcastle job. He gone out and learned, gone and done his some more education, done some homework about what went wrong at Chelsea and all that, improving himself as a coach. And maybe he's not pulling up trees at West Ham, but at least we take an opportunity with him at the moment.
Yeah.
Alex, I'm going to say this. There is not a single manager in the 92 Football League teams that I would not have their manager over Ange. I don't care. Whoever is bottom of League 2, I will take their manager. This is just embarrassing now. Do you know what? I have a show on a Monday.
By the way, Sav, that's Mark Hughes, Carlisle.
Sure. Mark Hughes in, right? I have the show on a Monday, The Collective, with all the guys from the other. So, do you know what? They don't even take the piss out of me now. They're in the group each week. They're like not even taking the piss out of me. They're taking so today they're taking the piss out of Charlie. They feel
sorry for you, Savva. Right? They feel sorry for you.
They're taking the piss out of Charlie because Chelsea drew 2-2. They're not taking the piss out of me because Spurs conceded 4 and lost again, because this is what we've become. And any percentage, whatever that percentage number is, Lubo, and obviously we don't know what it is, but whatever that percentage is that wants him in is actively campaigning for performances like this. Because, as you said, he's not changing. This performance today, loads of errors. But again, let's look at this. This is Ange ball.
Again.
This is what we do. It doesn't... Look here, right? Why is Romero nowhere near Ben Davis? Right? Why is Archie Gray not a right? I'm not blaming them, by the way. I'm blaming the tactics. Have a look at this.
Where is Gray?
No,
Sorry, where
no.
is Gray?
Gray's here. Gray's the one nearest us.
Right.
The 14. Right? Why on earth is Ben Davis in a back one? Right? Then if you think, oh, well, that's only once, let's go to the game before. 2v4. Let's go to Chelsea. Bergvall and Bentancur at centre halves. What on earth is this football?
Savva, me and you would stand a chance on scoring for that. Ian, right, to answer your question, yeah, maybe I'm thinking too far ahead here, yeah? Maybe it's just me. I think Levy's got a plan. He's always got a plan. The fella ain't thick. I don't care what anyone tells me, he ain't thick, not at all, yeah? What he's doing is basically doing, like I said, what a high majority of Spurs fans asked for, yeah? He's now going to get to the point that I think at the end of the season, whether Ange wins Europa or not, I do think he will sack him, yeah? But half the ones that would have turned into Levy haters are all going to accept and turn around and say, do you know what, Mr. Levy? Thank you for giving us what we wanted and thank you for sticking by Ange. It didn't work. I hope it works with the next one. And then Levy's going to sit there and smile and just go, done ya. And that is what he is doing. That is why I believe he has not sacked this man, because so many people back him up. So many people back Levy up, along with Ange. He's now given everyone, well, I say everyone, a high majority what they wanted. He can now wait until the end of the season and say, I'm sorry, people. I know I backed him, but look where we are. He had to go. I'm sorry. And all those people that was slowly turning into Levy haters, yeah, or Levy dislikers, whatever you want me to call them, are going to sit back and say, do you know what? I think our chairman's changing. He stuck by the manager till the end, but Ange had to go. We lost 20 odd games. I think he's just done us over like a kipper, mate. I think he has done these Spurs fans like a kipper.
I'd like to be a fly on the wall when Levy sits down with Lewis and says, well, you know, Joe, I've lost 37 million on appearance money, say approx. You know, if we finish 17th, it's 37.2 million. Probably cost me, you know, by getting into the Champions League, if I'd have had a proper coach, and there would have been a very good chance of Champions League football by winning the Europa League. That's another 40 to 50. But you know what? It really doesn't matter that I've cost you and the business 80, 90 million. Guess what? I kept the fans happy. I wonder what Joe Lewis would say to him. What do you think? But don't worry, I've lost 90 million, but the fans are happy.
Can I be honest here? And I don't really give a monkey's really what's going on between them two. I just want to see what's on the pitch at the moment. I'm honestly, the amount of times I hear about him, the amount of times I hear about Joe Lewis and Daniel Levy, really honestly, couldn't make a blind bit of difference, because it's not going to make me any richer. It's not going to make me see anything about my team. It's not going to get Pochettino back. It's not going to get Harry Redknapp back. It's not going to get Martin Yole back. It's not going to get any of these things that I've seen before that I like back. You know what I mean? It's not get my childhood back when I saw my trophies, or 2 Carabao Cups. You know what I mean?
Alex,
it's not going to get the history back that we should have seen before with Bill Nicholson and Keith Birkinshaw, and Terry Reynolds, God bless his soul. When we saw Gather, scoring goals. You know what I mean? Proper players. It's not going to get Defoe, Berbatov, Robbie Keane, Teddy Sheringham. You know what I mean? Sol Campbell, Ledley King, a proper midfielder in Dembele back. You know what I mean? It's not going to get all those players back that we had before.
No, it's
you know
not.
What I mean? So really, to be honest, I couldn't give a monkeys what they say. I couldn't give a monkeys.
By losing this money,
you know what I mean? And that's all I've got to say. You know what I mean? Because Mr. Box Office is getting tired of this. Back to yourself, and I'm done. If you don't get to know.
Alex, by losing this sort of money, you ain't going to get those players back anytime soon, let me tell you.
See, this is where Lubo is right. When we talk about things like this, like Dan, when you said earlier, the league's done. Every league position is £3.1 million. Every league, and the thing is, if he had sacked, for me, you had the chance to sack him. I'll tell you when I would have sacked him, probably more often than would have been December. I would have sacked him 18 months ago. But realistically, I would have sacked him in December, given a manager the January transfer window. Yeah. And I would have gone again for the beginning of this year. Unfortunately, everyone in our fan base, most people believed it was injuries. Most people believed that when these players come back, that we will magically start winning games again. Those of us that did, as Dan said, that have woken up and smelled the coffee, was saying, well, hang on, let's have a look at the last 18 months. This isn't because of an injury problem. This has been going on for 18 months. This isn't a bad spell. We're not in bad form. This is our form. This is what we are now. Yeah? Everyone seems to think there's going to be a game where the light switch goes, right? With a light bulb moment. Every time we win a game, I hear, this will give the players confidence we're going to go on a run. Yeah, you beat Southampton at home. Those people going to see. Why can't... Again, Lubo, you do this. I'll call you over this. Why can't we just be happy we won a game? I'll tell you why we can't be happy we won a game, Lubo, because it was bloody Southampton who was shit. And then we follow it up. Then we follow it up with Frankfurt, where we didn't even realise we were in a European quarterfinal. And then we follow it up with this. This is why I'm not happy when we win games against the crap like Ipswich, crap like Southampton.
I must tell you,
this is why we're not happy.
The time to get rid of him was mid-November, the same time that Poch went.
I agree.
Because after the Ipswich defeat, you had the international break, and they should have looked at that and thought, you know what, that's a really poor result, and it just sort of finishes off. This is the first part of the season, and it's gone, and it's very underwhelming, and we really don't look like we're going to be challenging for anything. Now's the time you pull the plug. And that was the time when we lost at home to Ipswich in November. He did the same with Poch. For me, that was a completely wrong thing. What he should have done was back Pochettino, and if he hadn't have put the price on the players that Poch wanted to sell so high, then Poch would have had money to have rebuilt. And that was down on Levy again. And what he should have done was he should have got shot of Ange straight after the Ipswich defeat. They should have been looking at it from mid-October. I mean, you look at that week, we got destroyed. I know it was a reserve side, but that was an embarrassing defeat at Galatasaray. They had 31 shots. I mean, how we didn't concede 10, and the joke was if Kulu's shot from the halfway line, that lob had gone in, we'd have come away with a draw. But we got absolutely battered that day, and then we kept the players back to be fresh for Ipswich, and the performance that day was abysmal. That was dreadful.
Ian,
at that point, he should have gone. He should have gone. A lot of people turn around and say, Liverpool and Villa, in 3 days, we went out 2 cups, get rid of him then. That was the second time he should have gone. In fact, the second time would have been after the defeat at home to Liverpool, 6-3. The third time should have been after the 2 cup defeats. And here we are. We're now, the form's getting worse and worse and worse. Yes, Ian, we've got through to the quarters, and if Ange can get us through to the quarters, then I reckon Mark Hughes could have got through to the quarters. You, and he, at what point does he go? Seriously, he's costing the club fortunes now.
Ian,
it's the fans.
Let me give you another.
The hippie told you. It's us. It's the fans. It's the toxic fans that don't like losing. It's our fault. It's our fault.
Right.
Just get behind the team. Get behind what?
Ian, let me give you a point here, Ian. Yeah. Again, this is maybe it's just me clutching at straws. Yeah. Right. How much money would you say we've lost on this season, basically, because of how we played? Just the money. That's all the answer I want. Just a random guess. I know we can't go exactly. Random guess.
Okay. All right. Forget winning the Europa League. Let's talk about.
No, I don't need to. Yeah, I don't need a story with it, Ian. I'm just asking, how much money do you think we have lost out on? Not reasons, just how much have we lost?
Okay, an absolute minimum at the moment, I reckon we'll probably lose 30 plus on appearance and probably 15 to 20 on Europe. So
Okay.
probably, let's not think we're going to win the Europa and go into the Champions League and lose that money.
So let's say about
let's be
60, 70
conservative
million.
and say 50 million, 50 to 60 million.
Right. Okay. Let me give you something here. Yeah. Now, a true businessman always wants the best. Where's Joe Lewis right now? He's sitting on his bloody yacht like he does with about £8 billion in his back pocket. Do you think he really gives a shit about 20 million? I don't. Right. When it comes to Levy, again, he's just give the fans what he wanted. The amount of money we now make off the pitch, okay, it doesn't match what we make on the pitch. But it now backs up. If we don't finish in Champions League, he still gets the money that bloody side. And where the fans have backed this up so hard to the core, you back this man, all those that would have turned on him or whatever are just going to say, yeah, Levy, you've given us what we want. Thank you. We will now support Levy even more because he knows people are turning on him, that the protests are happening and that. Now people are going to start saying, they're going to start backing Levy even more by saying he gave the fans what he want. Let's see if he keeps on doing it. Do you really, honest to God, think that the real owner of the club gives a crap about 20 million when he's got over 8 billion sitting in his back pocket?
Yes, because, hang on, yes. And the problem is I want to carry this on tonight. I've really got to, if I don't get a break in between the streams, I don't get to eat, relax. But yes, I do think they do because they run it as a business, Dan. When you're talking about the money they're going to lose, the business is losing that money. It's not his personal wealth. So yes, I do. But look, I do need to go. Listen, thank you very much, everyone. Just one last super chat from Henry Fong TV, who has said a 24-hour Ange sack celebration stream. Mate, I can't tell you, it'll be the happiest I've been for years and years if this man gets sacked. I've never known anything more embarrassing and gutless right now than this manager, this team, this club. Look, we're going to be live tonight at 7:30. I would love to, I hope to dear God that tonight we can bring news of Ange being sacked. I want to see all these fans that call us toxic. I want to see their faces. I want to see what they do with the next manager. Guys, thank you very much. I really appreciate you all. We got to 972 likes. Oh, guys, we couldn't even get it to 1,000. 28 likes. Thank you, everyone. Lubo, Dan, Alex, thank you. I'll see you tonight, whoever's joining. Take care. And as always, Ange out, Ange out, Ange out, Ange out, Ange out, Ange out, Lubo out, Archie Gray out, all out. Everyone out. Get out. You lot, get out. I'm going to have a roast dinner. See you later.
Bye.